Welcome to the Pod Bay Door.
And hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us. This is the Pod Bay Door. You can join us every Tuesday for info and opinions on newest tech, movies, games, and, of course, insider information, history, and maybe even some crazy secrets about our home, Las Vegas, Nevada. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. You can find us on iTunes Podcast at the Pod Bay Door. Our YouTube channel is the Pod Bay Door Podcast, or find us on any of your favorite podcast apps. If you like subscribing to things and clicking those buttons, then please scroll down and join us. Coming up on the show, a new segment called The Concierge Chronicle, 4 ways to spot a Las Vegas tourist. Baywatch and Pirates of the Caribbean movie reviews, a new millennial board game, and of course the Topless Report, Nerd Alert, Gear Grinders, and Area 52. For Adam and Sam, this is Jamey. Joining the crew this week, we welcome back Amelia. Thanks for being here, Amelia.
Thanks for having me.
Amelia is a business owner. She's a vegan warrior. She is an honorary president of the ICP fan club.
For life.
She's the big baller.
She is the big baller. We are so thrilled she's back. Hey, a big thank you to our new listeners in Arkansas and NYC. Finally got some East Coast reps out there.
Arkansas might be my family.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, are they good folks?
Of course they are. If they're listening to our podcast, maybe not. I don't know.
There you go. Yeah. And hello to everyone across the pond in the United Kingdom. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate everybody. Keep those comments and show suggestions coming in. We love them all. Last week's Las Vegas questions were so popular with our listeners, we have included a bunch more here for today. And we've also included some information from, we have some new friends. We joined some podcast groups, and I'm going to mention those as well. Tropical Smoothie Tom commented.
I know him.
Yes, we all know Tom.
Is he the one at the Tropical Smoothie Cafe that you and I frequent?
Yes.
Always. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's the guy.
He's the manager. He's the guy that's seemingly there 24 hours a day. Poor Tom. He says, quote, and he said this to me directly for you guys.
Oh, sure.
For you, Sam. You awake? You all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's ready. He's looking up.
I'm ready.
He's got his notes ready.
Sam's studying. Yeah. He's
like,
waiting.
I got the
bring it on.
back right here.
Bring it on.
He's waiting to fact check me to hell, I think. Tom says, quote, I really liked Alien Covenant. It tied in well with Prometheus. Now I'm truncating Tom's statements. He had a lot to say,
Sure.
all in opposition of your statements about how crappy the film was.
Okay.
And I told him you guys are extremely negative and hate everything. Oh, that's me.
That's totally not true.
Okay.
50-50.
We saw a couple of awesome movies we're going to talk about later.
Yes.
But this one in particular, I said in the podcast that this one was very similar to Prometheus.
Yes.
Which I didn't like either. So they're at the same level for me. So I agree.
Well, for me, I wanted to be more horrified. I wasn't horrified at all. The script was predictable. Like, I get what he's saying. The story did tie in, but it didn't have enough scariness to it. You know, I was waiting for that feel to jump out of my chair. But instead of jumping out of my chair, I'm yelling at the crew. I'm like, you're the worst HR nightmare ever.
Instead of getting like the scary, like, oh my God, you got the, oh my God.
Yeah.
That's what we got.
All you see was us doing this. What the fuck?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you people?
So,
throwing up gang signs in the movie theater.
Right.
What the fuck?
Our friend Chris Gagne, he liked it too. He said I was, off on that review as well. But hey,
it's fine. Everyone has their opinions. It's cool.
Oh, and my apologies and hello to Chris Gagne. As with anything Hollywood, Amelia will tell you this, Chris ended up on the editing room floor of the last podcast. So hello, Chris.
Which is
the
Brendan
Brendan stories we got cut out, man.
Well, it's the irony because
it was a long one.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so hello, Chris. Sorry. I hear you're a cool guy. Is he still with the theater?
Oh, no, he left a long time ago.
Okay, so my apologies, Chris. So Amelia, have you seen any of the Aliens? You've seen them, yeah.
I've endured segments of them while my husband has watched them, but I've never voluntarily spent a moment of my time watching.
You sound very excited about this movie.
Right? I'd rather pound salt up my ass. What?
So so you're horrified in a whole different way by watching this.
Yeah, okay. I don't do the sci-fi. Right. I do the fantasy thing.
I don't go to the theater because I'm horrified by people. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
But wouldn't you say that sci-fi and fantasy are close enough? And
No.
don't they categorize on them like same thing?
No, because I feel like you
for
have to understand some sort of like quasi pseudoscience, or at least be engaged with the quasi pseudoscience. And I can't.
Okay.
And like aliens, like they're so boring.
Just buy those.
Aliens are boring.
But wizards are good.
Wizards are dope. Don't be clowning on my wizards.
I just saw your cup there.
Yeah.
Wanted to point it out.
Oh yeah, here we go.
The fandom is strong.
She brought her mug this time.
Oh, I have.
She was
You know
prepared.
why?
She brought the mug.
You know why? Because I mean, last time I was here, where's your cool mug? You don't have a cool mug.
Mine's
this
in the
time?
garage.
Oh.
Well, I'm off camera. That's why.
You know, we're gonna sync up at some juncture. We're all gonna have these dope mugs.
Sure.
Yeah,
Works for
but
me.
I felt really left out last time. So
Let me know when you do. I'm gonna go buy the
High five on the mug. Good job.
I brought it.
Yep. You brought your geekdom.
Yeah.
Well, I saw Prometheus. I thought it was interesting. I think you made the comment, or maybe Tom made the comment. I didn't, for lack of a better term, I didn't get it until the second time I watched it.
Yeah.
Because I watched it as an alien film,
Mm-hmm.
just looking for the typical alien attacks and things, and I didn't quite understand what was going on. Then it dawned on me to watch that again, and so I liked it a great deal. I liked it.
I think of Prometheus as not quite an alien movie.
No.
So if you take that away, like you think it's not in the same universe, it kind of does, make more sense.
For me, it's they were talking about how this technically it's all a prequel to the actual movie.
Yeah.
But for me, like as a sci-fi nerd, I want to see more about the space jockey themselves. Sorry, I want to see more of the space jockeys,
Wasn't
but
me
we
this time.
didn't get that much space jockey in both films. You know what I mean? So it's kind of bummer.
All right. So you Tom.
I stick by my statement.
You stick by the statement. Sam, you too.
Sorry, Tom.
All right. Sorry.
I never
Tom.
met you yet, Tropical Smoothie, but
Yeah,
props to you. Props to you.
We'll bring you over there, Sam.
All right.
And Chris from Faces and Aces LV. It's actually, you can find him on Twitter at Faces and Aces LV. Chris runs, that is also a Las Vegas themed podcast. I have listened to it. It's very cool. He commented on our site, nerds and Vegas content, I'm in pod heaven. Well, we appreciate that. I don't want to give him a shout out. Just he's actually he's not from Vegas. He and a whole group of people are in town enjoying everything that Vegas has to offer, and then going to hopefully share it on their podcast. So,
nice.
How you doing, Chris?
He's our target audience. So
That's
Thank
right.
you.
Doing?
Thank you for listening to us.
Exactly.
We appreciate
And
it.
also shouting out to Vital Vegas again. Twitter. What is it? Twitter. What is it now? Twitter moniker now.
Handle.
At Vital Vegas. He says, great show. And he brought up something that was that I had to do some research on, and regarding outsourcing. We're going to talk about this a little bit later in the show, but he has a great article. So at Vital Vegas, you can see it. It's entitled "Dirty Little Secrets," regarding the outsourcing of things, specifically my old industry, the concierge industry. So we'll talk about that a little bit later in the show.
Okay. Interesting.
Actually, in the Concierge Chronicle. So
The new segment.
The new segment that's taken over Las Vegas 3, because it's we need to talk about more Vegas stuff, right?
Right. Sure.
Okay. Amelia being topless most of the time when she works. That's we're just lucky she has a shirt on now.
Great segue. Great segue.
Right?
Way to slide it on in there. Way to go.
The Topless Report. Where are they naked now? Now, hopefully, I've surprised a couple people. There are 9 total topless, and the term now is toptional. Did you know that?
Wow,
Yes,
okay.
I did know that.
You did know that.
Only because it was on
So
a billboard.
who got
Yeah.
paid to create that
Because it was on a
word?
billboard?
Yeah.
Yeah, just 'cause
Optional.
it was
Right.
on
Some
the
marketing
billboard.
team made bank on that word.
And don't kid
Yeah.
yourself, the casinos glommed onto it. I mean, they're all
Oh, God.
over. They love it. They put it on their advertising, their boards, and everything. And you even see sandwich boards.
So someone got paid a lot of money just to combine
Make
two
a word
words.
up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just to make a word
Yeah.
up.
Oh, like we haven't done that.
Oh, Hal does it
already.
all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Webster's is a tragedy now.
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
That's why they had the Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
Oh, when they included dope, DOH, the Homer
like
Simpson.
Homer Simpson, yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It must-
As like an expression.
I feel like that's humanity's fall from grace if we're putting dope
Yeah.
in the
Yeah,
in the
dope.
Webster.
If we add anything
Dictionary.
retarded to the Webster
Isn't-
Dictionary, it's a
oh,
fall
man.
from grace.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, and
Wait till they combine Webster's with Urban Dictionary. That's when we know it's just
no,
like-
don't you dare curse us
Yeah.
that
No,
day.
no.
That'd
How
be the
dare
end of
you?
the world.
Okay, but there are 9 total topless clubs or pools in
Optional.
town. Now we can also do the 10th, which is at Sapphire's Gentlemen's Club. They have an outdoor facility where it's topless. And
I did not
think
know
I
they
feel
had
like
a
I
pool there.
filmed a music video there once, like very early in my career. I feel like I filmed a music video there.
Were you topless?
No, I'm afraid I wasn't.
Have you gone to a topless pool?
I haven't. I had a brief. My husband and I were in Mexico in 2013, and we had this like brief moment where we saw all these Italian expats running around with topless,
Right.
and I
You're
was
we're gonna
like,
do that.
yeah, I'm like, well, apparently it's not a big deal. Like in my conservative American mind, I'm thinking like, oh, I must be a prude. And I lasted like a good 7 minutes before I got all
You're like,
prudish,
okay,
and
I'm done.
I was like, okay, I've had that experience.
Yeah.
But no, it's not really like, who cares? Like, I'm not.
Yeah.
Who cares about tan lines? I don't know. Does that make me a prude? Oh my God, am I a prude?
Well, I don't
Americans
think
are prudes.
We really are.
I haven't. No, absolutely we are.
We had Carla on, and
Yeah.
she said she spent a little bit of time at the topless thing. And
Yeah.
I know. I
And
loved
that
her
was-
episode. That was
Carla's
such
awesome.
a good episode. If anybody listening who hasn't listened to Carla's episode, it's amazing. It's my favorite.
Yeah.
She's definitely coming back and grilling you. I thought that was going to be the
episode
greatest.
episode
Greatest
episode 13
episode, yeah.
Carla, it's Diaries of a Las Vegas showgirl.
Oh, she was great.
It's going to be a boring show because there's what's there to say?
Nothing to uncover from.
Yeah,
I told you, Jamie's straight edge.
Yeah, I'm crazy straight. Okay, now a couple mentionable topless areas. Venus at Caesars, and they just revamped that. I was there recently and shooting for an advertisement. And
So you were topless there too?
I was not.
Did you see anybody topless?
No pants. I just went.
No pants party?
Yeah.
Oh no, we just gave an idea to Vegas casinos now.
All I could think
No pants
about
parties.
is I have, based on what I do for a living, I'm often high in these hotel rooms working with women, and I can see down into the pool, and you can't even see through it. It's just gray fluid that people are dancing in. And I just can't imagine exposing any more of my extremities than absolutely necessary.
Human soup.
Ew. You'd have to drink
Sounds
a
like a
bottle
good
of
horror
tequila
movie.
just to
Right.
sterilize yourself
Well, it
afterwards.
seems like it's like you almost need a
Like Ace Ventura, like with the toothpaste and the.
Oh no, you know the little chamber in like Austin Powers where they like decontaminate you.
Yeah.
That's how it is basically.
Oh,
You get
yeah.
out of those pools, you just have to like go through this
right.
little
The
decontamination process.
absolute, and hopefully the casinos are listening to this. The absolute worst. I mean, the water obviously is treated and taken care of, and our pools are actually spectacularly clean. What's not clean are the cabanas and the chairs and the loungers. Oh wow, it's CDC time. Yeah, it's terrible. But so Venus at Caesars. After that's a terrible thing to say right after.
Yeah, right.
But did you know the Stratosphere has a topless pool?
Stratosphere?
Stratosphere.
Of all places?
Well,
really?
yeah. Well, it looks like a big wiener. You know.
It must be at the top.
No.
No?
I'm actually.
Next to the roller
No.
coaster, the
That'd be
tilting roller
sweet.
It's.
coaster.
I believe is the if I it's been a long time since I've been to Strat.
Yeah,
Well,
me too.
so they
Like,
revamped it, and that kind of adjusted some of the clientele that they were getting, right?
Yeah.
So
A
they
little bit.
revamped
Yeah.
it.
For a
But I'm
time.
like trying to imagine the people that go to this topless pool at
I
Stratosphere.
feel like it's a senior retirement
like the
area.
Walmart of casino pools.
Right? no, dude. I think the dollar store.
Right.
The dollar store of casino pools.
Well,
no, that's lots of fun at Circus Circus. Let's be real.
yeah,
I'll give you that.
that's right.
Okay.
Circus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's kids there
Oh,
though.
boy.
It's horrible.
Wait, what? At Circus Circus?
Oh, there.
Yeah, well, no, they're only in the Adventure Dome. I mean, I think I told you that. I worked at the Adventure Dome for
You
a hot
did.
minute
You
of my
did.
life. And they're only in the Adventure Dome. But all I can remember is when I was hawking timeshares on the corner because it was just part of my evolution, I guess. I don't know. But when I was 18, I would hawk timeshares on that corner and I would walk across the street to the Slots of Fun where you could get the 99-cent strip cocktail.
Lots of fun.
Slots of fun.
Free hot dog.
And even then, this was in early 2001. It was seedy then. I
Yeah.
can't even imagine now.
Well, here's a little bit of history for the Stratosphere. I don't know if Sam, you and Adam, I don't know if you weren't in the biz back then, but it was built, and at the time it was going to be and was briefly the tallest structure. And
it's still the tallest one west of the Mississippi.
yes, that's true. Very good. And it was built by a gentleman, old school. Do anybody remember his name? Bob Stupak.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, old Bob. Bob, he's like the 3 or 4 times removed from a little bit of mob connection.
Sure.
Yeah. In fact, they always wondered where he got his money. And Bob was
He knew a
old.
guy.
Yeah, he was old school gambler, and that poker player, Benny Binion, and all the guys. And so he scraped up a little money and made what was. Anybody know the name of the Stratosphere before it was the Stratosphere? And it had a space theme, more like Space Jam. It was so cheesy. It was like
Really?
Marvin the Martian, and it was horrible.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I don't remember.
It was called Vegas World.
Vegas
Vegas
World.
World.
Wow.
Vegas World, yeah.
Wow, I didn't
and
know
And
that.
it had a
Remember that.
space theme,
Learn something
and
new.
it never caught a hold. Nowadays it has the roller coasters and the rides that I don't know. I've been on them, but I'm not going to go
Well,
twice.
I guess that makes sense
Yeah.
now. The Stratosphere is still kind of spacey themed.
Yeah, it
kinda
is.
Maybe
It is.
Yeah, it kind of has
Yeah.
that like
Interesting.
alienish kind of
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah,
the
kinda look to it.
yeah.
But
And I don't know. I never
but-
heard that before.
But yeah, so Bob Stupak, I don't even know if old Bob's still alive, but he was old school Vegas. He was, yeah. But the name of the pool at Strat is called Radius. So Sam, why don't you head over there this weekend and tell us about it? No?
Nah,
No? Okay.
good.
Well, we know Amelia's not going.
I guess that leaves me and you,
Alright.
Jamie.
And
You know
then,
what, though?
yeah, I'm in. I'll go.
I have my own pool for very specific reasons. And if I'm going to overpay, if I'm going to pay $24 for a shitty martini that somebody's going to dry hump out of my hands before I even get back to where I'm supposed to be going, I would rather at least not do it in a place where I'm going to contract a complimentary venereal disease as a bonus.
Wow.
You know?
Well, you're not going to get those seedy guys that are going to hit on you like as
Yeah.
you walk by then.
Right, because that's my dream.
And-
I mean, that's-
And what parties
can't go to that
what
bar.
parties are you going to? I mean,
Oh, those well, every time I
Jeez.
see them, they give me the heebie-jeebies.
The creeps.
It's not even that. It's not even that. Because to be fair, I like it when people come to Las Vegas. I want them to come. I want them to
Yeah.
have a good time. I realize that they're going to let loose a little bit. It's just the water. It's like you have to be on the 53rd floor and looking down at the water to understand the level of look that is in there. It's just the water. The minute it gets gray, I got to be done.
So you don't want to run it under a microscope to see what's in there?
Nope, not even a little bit.
No.
Not
even-
curious?
No.
And keep your ultraviolet wands away too, boy. All right, and lastly, where are they naked now? One that's near and dear to my heart, being a concierge. Those many years ago.
Back in the day.
Yeah, I could walk out at any evening, any day, any time, and I tell you, I would see it almost every time. It would be we used to call it the Flash, and it's the girl standing through in the limo on the seat
Sure.
through the sunroof.
Sunroof.
Topless.
She's giving you the flash?
giving me the
through,
flash.
through like the
No, not
the
giving,
valet
not
or
giving,
on the
no,
strip?
it wasn't.
or?
No, the distinction wasn't me. It was just anybody.
Right.
It was
Yeah.
just the,
Somebody-
any
it was gonna
group-
happen every
yeah,
day.
Yeah. So Amelia, I'm sure you've done this.
I know. I've never
No?
even seen it. You know what though?
You've never even
so
seen
if
it.
we're gonna talk about boobies, let's talk about boobies. So I've actually done
All right.
Mardi Gras.
Let's cut this
I
section
let-
here.
No, I mean let's have a conversation. So I've actually done Mardi Gras in New Orleans on Mardi Gras Day down on Bourbon Street, and I yet still have never actually seen another woman. Maybe I'm just not like cute. Maybe like it's a testosterone thing. Like maybe you guys just are like really dialed in. Like the minute a nip flashes,
Oh, of
you're
course.
like.
We-
Like
we-
you got like
It's like
right.
radar. Beep, 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 beep.
Like your
pretty
spider
much,
senses
yeah.
are
Yeah,
tingling?
booby radar.
It's
Well,
like some sort of
Are,
like.
are you telling
super
me you were
sense.
at Mardi Gras and you never saw a girl flash?
No, I actually didn't. I didn't.
What the-
And here's the thing. So I
Ruins
like.
it.
I had this.
This is funny because last episode we just compared Vegas to Mardi Gras
Yeah, we did.
every single day.
We did.
I personally
Sorry,
think that they're
segue.
super, super, super different. I think that they're very different. But the thing about it is that like when we were there, I had this whole pep talk with my husband. I was like, okay, all right, I'm psyching myself out for it. I'm gonna have like this wild moment, right? Like I'm gonna have this defining moment as a young lady, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
be that person that
Yeah, go
flashes
for
at
it.
Bourbon Street.
Yeah.
So
You're
I'm
gonna
like,
have all the beads.
yeah, I got this stupid look up. Well, first of all, I wore a dress, and so you can't flash in a dress. But I was committed, and I had this stupid look on my face. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna have this like moment, and then nobody flashed, and then I was like, well, I can't be the only one.
Yeah.
So I was totally
Chicken down.
So,
I was
well,
robbed. I was robbed.
Well, now were you giving away beads because that?
Yeah, it turns out it's a family affair.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Mardi
family
Gras?
fair. Yeah, Mardi Gras.
So
believe it or not.
this is good because you've actually been there.
Yeah.
And we haven't.
Oh, I've been there
You've
several
been
times.
there?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So,
Yeah.
well, you think it is kind of Vegas 24/7?
She's right that is significantly different in in some significant ways. It's its own beast for sure.
Yes.
You know,
But like the busyness and the craziness and
The
the
busyness
drunken
is
people.
there.
and it's
The busyness is
and
there.
honestly, because Vegas is still a small town, but it's significantly larger than New Orleans. When you're talking about New Orleans, the
It's
Bourbon
really
Street,
just the street, right?
yeah, it's a microcosm, and it's very small, you know, and it's very easy for them to, you know, it's French style architecture, and they have the ironwork, and they're throwing down the beads. They're called bead whores, by the way. I have a shirt. This is bead whore.
Nice. Nice. How'd
If I
you
would
get
have known
that?
we were going there.
No, I purchased it. I purchased it.
I mean, you
but
didn't,
but it's also different because it has a tremendous cultural advantage over Las Vegas. We are glitzy and glamour and it's that kind of stuff. Yeah. And New Orleans, all you need to do is just to be a little bit off of Bourbon Street. And it's got some really cool stuff. Very cool.
Well, even Bourbon Street itself is dope. There's so much history there. You're not going to find a building that's more than 3 stories tall. And even at that, they're like very small buildings. And a street wouldn't be much bigger than the space that we're in now.
Exactly.
You know,
yeah.
and a bar would literally be this room. Like just this space we're in could be its own bar, and that bar could
one
have
guy working it.
125 years
5
of
guys
history.
stacked up behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing like New Orleans.
Yeah.
It's
Well, it seems like it
amazing.
also has a lot of history in itself. Like, cause I've seen a few shows where they're talking about just the history behind it, and I dig it. I dig the fact that everyone's been there for generations, you know, and everybody knows everybody. Like, it seems like a very tight-knit community for sure.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Like, especially after the hurricane, it brought a lot of people back together big time to help each other out.
Yeah, for sure.
I just want to eat the Creole.
Oh, the food is
all the
fantastic.
crawfish.
Okay, so I know that we have to carry on because this is a Vegas show, not a New Orleans show, but I do have to say though, and like I said, I'm old and married, so I can get away with talking like this, but the food is delicious, but on the 4th day in the middle of a jazz club, I literally had to run out of the jazz club because I thought I was going to die.
Right. I'm sure
that much
the
voodoo
intentions,
juice.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
that much voodoo juice, that
Voodoo
much
juice.
that much crawfish,
get to you.
etouffee.
Yeah.
My sensitive little Western stomach could
Sure.
not take it. I was like, I'm gonna die
Did
in the jazz
you
club.
did you bring travel size sriracha with you just in case?
No, because at
don't
that
need it. You
moment,
don't
I
need
wasn't.
it, yeah.
I hadn't been turned on to the ways of the sriracha, so I'd like my world. Believe it or not, I learned about sriracha when I went vegan. It was
Really?
because yes,
Just
Nice.
as a flavor.
put that in your pipe and smoke it out.
Well, I already have a sriracha shirt, so I'm good.
That's right.
Yeah.
Where's mine?
I don't know. It's at the store.
Next time
Hot
you
topic.
find a size
Target.
small.
It's just $19 away. That's where it's at.
Shipping and handling.
So, needless to say, when everybody comes to Vegas, especially guys, and to answer your question, yes, we do. We have, well, technically, I guess we have sort of what's a little divining rod that helps us find all the naked chicks. But that happens all the time. I swear to God, I could go I could go out there this evening, and I will see. It's just some, and I don't know what's with you girls. Well, maybe not you, but you know. So look for the limos, look for the flash, and you'll see it every time.
The limo flash part, it's a 50-50 situation now. Just because when I was working dispatch, it became a liability issue now.
Well, it is, you know, certainly, yeah. They don't want
Because people would look and crash, right?
Well, look and crash, not only that, but like the passenger himself, when they're up there,
yeah.
if they're not intoxicated, then they can go for it. But if they're intoxicated, the driver's at risk because he's not controlling the intoxicated person who can then harm themselves and then later sue the company itself.
Wow.
So sometimes it's the driver's call and it'll be like, excuse me, can you please put those away, ma'am?
Well, yeah, and if he has to come to a
Put those
quick,
away.
if he has to come to a quick stop, he's going to have
Exactly.
a naked chick on his window. So, yeah.
Sure.
Oh, that just hurt
Yeah.
hearing about that. If I was topless. Oh,
But I swear, guys, come to Vegas, enjoy the gambling, the food, and everything else. But just look at the strip, look at the road.
Just pay attention to
That's
your
right.
surroundings. There
That's
you go.
right. And apparently, if you want to see Amelia naked, here's her home address. All right, Adam, it's time for one of our favorite sections. Nerd alert.
My favorite section, anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
So I know we talked about Venom was cast, a new Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Oh, technically
it's gonna
Sony movie. But
Well, yeah, true. Sony movie, sorry. But it's going to be Tom Hardy, and it's going to be, I think, a decent casting. But it's going to be supposed to be a separate kind of universe, I guess.
And
from the
Fortune's
Marvel
rated
Spider-Man.
R.
All right, and now they've announced they're going to do a black and silver movie, which is Black Cat and Silver Sable. A couple of female roles.
I like your note, by the way, not the Raiders to me on the pre-show.
It's Black and Silver, not the Raiders. But it'll be a new movie. Sony's going to produce this one too. So I don't know how it's going to connect to the Spider-Man universe or
even
the
connect at
Marvel
all.
universe or how they're going to do it, but I like it. They're pushing this female lead thing again.
Well, with the female director too, because I was reading on IMDb, they're trying to cast get a female director.
They got
for the film.
The director's Gina Prince Bythewood. She directed Love and Basketball and The Secret Life of Bees.
Really?
Maybe you've seen
I
those.
love basketball. I saw.
She also directed the pilot for the upcoming Cloak and Dagger.
Okay.
So that should be pretty cool.
I'm worried about Cloak and Dagger.
It's on
it's on
Freeform.
Yeah.
Okay.
Freeform channel.
So it's a
which is
teen
like
drama for sure.
Yeah, kind of like a girly channel.
I just
if you will.
watched. You know what? That's the first time I ever. Have you seen Freeform? They're popping up with all these new content broadcast channels.
Yeah, it seems like they're getting a little content.
Yeah, and there's a comedian I like a lot. Her name's Eliza. Her last name's Schlesinger, but she goes by Eliza.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
She's hilarious.
She's hysterical, and she has her own little talk show. So I mean, you should make a show.
What?
Well, yeah.
You're talking about what?
I don't know.
It doesn't matter. We throw somebody on camera from Vegas, it's
That's
going to
right.
make a million hits.
Just hot chicks. And
No, there you go.
just talk.
Have a cooking
I
show.
do-
Talk about the weather.
The cooking show about sriracha recipes.
About sriracha
There you
recipes.
go.
We did talk about one of my good girlfriends and I. We did talk about doing a show one time, starting a show called "A Socialist and a Libertarian Walk into a Bar," and where we just sit there and we get drunk and we talk politics because she's a socialist Democrat or Democratic socialist. I forget whatever the term is, and I am like a staunch libertarian. And so for two young millennial
show to
women
watch.
talking politics,
Yeah,
we thought it would be
complete
fun.
yeah.
But
Oh, you can only film it during happy hour.
that's what I'm
Yeah, you
saying.
guys
We
are
would
drinking,
drink
right?
wine.
Yeah, I
like
mean,
we
you
would
have to be
actually
able to
dress up
drink.
and we would drink
Right.
wine and we would talk shit to each other the entire time. But she is really smart, and I'm pretty sure she would kick my ass up and
In a
down that
debate.
episode. Yeah, so I'd really have to
So
brush
you got to
up.
feed her more drinks then.
No, you'll be okay. You have liquid
I-
courage.
Or less, or
She-
fewer drinks.
Fewer drinks?
Yeah,
you think?
maybe get her sober and she can't really.
No,
No?
she
More drinks.
she can hold steady
Yeah,
no
all
matter
right.
what. She just survived
Nice.
this
I would
election
watch it.
as a Bernie Sanders delegate. Trust me,
Oh.
she can rock it. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's
It was
okay.
wild.
Well, at least it wasn't Ben Carson.
That's my brother.
Yeah.
My brother was a Ben
Yeah.
Carson guy.
Oh,
was it
no.
really?
Yeah.
For
No,
like
are you
Totally.
serious?
He still got a bumper sticker on
for
his car.
3 days.
He
I
said-
mean,
Yeah.
He said I was a bumper sticker. You know what? I would never put a bumper sticker on
Ben
my car.
Carson,
Yeah,
the
me
guy
neither.
that forgot his own luggage mid-interview and ran off.
That guy's
Well,
he's
sure.
pretty
Your,
weird.
your brother.
He's a little weird.
yeah.
Still would
sorry.
like him better than Trump. Sorry.
My condolences. My
All
condolences.
right, so Adam, I don't know anything about Kickstarter. I've not even ever looked at the site.
It's all right. Well, it's a way to fund projects,
Right.
whatever you may be doing.
It's GoFundMe, basically.
GoFundMe.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you get a bunch of donations from random people that like your pitch, your idea,
Okay.
whatever, and then once it hits a certain value,
Okay.
then you start.
Then you give them back
You
items.
promise them certain
Yeah.
things for their
Okay.
investment. And
It's a bracket.
So
Yeah.
this game coming up that you're going to talk about, that's strictly now Kickstarter. Like this game, what is it called?
The game's called Joking Hazard,
Okay.
and it's based on a webcomic. You may have seen it. It's called Cyanide and Happiness.
Okay.
It's super basic and super simply drawn.
It's very funny.
It's funny, but it's really messed up. It's like it's for messed up people.
I wasn't able to deduce that on my own.
just based on the title,
it's
right?
basically Cards Against
Just for people who
Humanity.
haven't read it, right?
Yeah.
All right. And anyway, this game, they put on this Kickstarter for
Okay.
a card game based on their webcomic,
Okay.
Yep.
and they only want. All right. So let me see here.
I got some of the notes too.
So they had a $10,000 goal, which they wanted to fund on Kickstarter.
Mm-hmm.
They ended up with 63,000 backers with $3.2 million
Yep.
invested into this card game.
They raised $3 million.
Wait,
They're ready
this
to go.
card game is that good? So what is the card game? Like, how is it? Like,
All right, so it's really basic. You are just trying to build a comic strip.
Yep.
You know, and each card's
So you
got
need,
a panel
at least,
on it.
you need at
right?
least 4 players.
okay.
And you go around and you basically want to end this comic strip with whatever you think is going to be
whatever's
funny,
funniest.
right?
Okay.
And then whoever put down the first card gets to choose whatever they think
Yeah.
is funniest.
So
so it's
and-
very Cards Against
It's
Humanity.
very
Yeah,
Cards
yeah,
Against
yeah,
Humanity.
very
very,
Cards Against
very.
Humanity. Okay.
And I've never laughed so much at a card game.
Oh yeah, definitely. Just
Oh,
because
yeah.
like
So-
so it's you played it?
Yeah, I played
it's
it.
out.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, this Kickstarter was fully funded.
Now, are they this Kickstarter? Are they beholden to Kickstarter for a certain period of time?
You put up this Kickstarter for X amount of days.
Okay.
Usually it's 30
And then
60,
Kickstarter
90
gets
days.
a small percentage.
Yeah,
They're getting
Kickstarter's
juice off the
gonna
top,
get
I
their
assume.
percentage,
Yeah.
sure.
Okay.
And then if it's funded in that time frame, then
Okay.
it all
Then you're good to
goes
go.
from that process.
With
so.
Kickstarter,
Okay.
with Kickstarter and kind of like GoFundMe is
Yeah.
they get juice off the top, but they don't get the product itself, because all they're doing is allowing you to use the site to promote
As a
what
launching pad.
Yeah, as a launching pad to
All
promote.
right.
So you'll be fine. I
All right.
mean,
You're paying for the technology essentially.
Okay.
For the connection.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Now back to the game. It sounds like one of those damn games you can't win. I hate that.
It's
oh
know.
no, you just got played to the judge's appeal.
No, that's too arbitrary. It's subjective. It's silly.
It's subjective
I
on
want to win.
the judge. Yes.
I'm not drinking, so I want to win.
The point of this game is to laugh. You win if you've had a good time.
No. You won't see me there.
James like, no,
Yeah.
fuck that.
Way to break it down.
I guess he's walking away from this one. He's not going to buy
Not
it.
my type of game.
It literally
Yeah.
sounds
No,
exactly
it
like
was
Cards Against
hilarious.
Humanity.
No,
and
it
that
is.
game is hilarious.
Yes, it
This
is.
one's even more because now it's pictures.
All right.
Yeah, because the way it's set up is you got
Outvoted again.
It is such
Did-
a. I mean, come
have
on.
you played Cards Against Humanity?
I did one time.
And did you? think it was funny?
Again, I
You
just
weren't drinking, so it wasn't as funny to you.
well,
Do you
because
smoke? Should we just try and smoke some pot first?
no, I don't do anything.
Straight edge. He's straight edge. I already
I'm
covered
straight,
this.
Yeah. Carla has nothing on me. There's nothing that. No. I don't smoke. Don't
There wasn't
drink.
that one time in band camp. You know, you
No,
don't have
no
one of those
illicit drugs.
stories?
No
I
food.
know that one time in Bong Camp.
Yeah, no,
Don't drink the bong water.
no
Good tip, good tip.
clarinets in dark places.
Oh.
No,
You never had
no.
any of your friends' trail mix?
No,
Darn.
nothing.
Darn.
Nothing.
You never been in like a dark alley?
Well, then
and
he's a bad
beat
friend.
up some
In New Orleans.
crackheads and
Yeah, there
Well,
was this
then-
girl in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Her name was
You know
Amelia.
what?
Yeah.
Maybe that's it. Maybe you just need to drink more and then you can like more people. I think that, that's like a social coping mechanism for me. It's personality in the glass.
Gotta loosen up.
What did Bill Cosby say? What if you're already an asshole? It just intensifies your personality. No, I
Don't believe anything Bill Cosby
Yeah, I
says.
was gonna say Bill Cosby's kind of in the wrong right now, so I wouldn't use him. As
Well,
an example.
there's a new podcast. Yeah, they got off of Richard Simmons, and it's actually a legitimate podcast. It's about the rise and fall, basically, of Bill Cosby.
Really? Is it by the same people?
No.
There's a podcast?
Yes, just launched.
I did not know
I'm
that.
not particularly interested in it because the subject doesn't interest me. But I noticed it when I was obsessing over our numbers.
Right.
But go on,
cool,
Adam.
cool.
June project.
Yeah, we talked a couple
The
of
Juno
podcasts
project?
ago about Saturn and how we've been doing some flyovers
Yeah.
and taking some cool pictures and how the poles have some interesting shapes forming in Saturn. Well, we're doing flybys of Jupiter now. So we're getting like really kind of the first HD imagery of Jupiter.
from NASA's Juno project.
Yeah,
Just
and-
to let you guys
Juno.
know.
I'm sorry. That was wrong on my thing.
basically, all we know of Jupiter is under question now, I guess.
Now the
And-
Jupiter content and images, are those coming? Are those open source again? Like they just released NASA your last story?
I would assume.
Okay.
Yeah,
No, they
because
are,
NASA's
'cause,
released all their images. And
They're not
stuff
going to take
from-
away its planet status though and punk it like they did Pluto, right?
It's already
I would assume not.
Jupiter's
um,
still they still classify it as it's still in
As a-
there, right?
as a planet,
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So,
But with Jupiter, it's pretty vicious because the whole planet itself is consisted of storms.
So
Yeah.
at the poles, just kind of like Saturn, they have these massive hurricanes that are the size of Earth
Right.
that are all touching each other. So
Okay.
imagine all these storms next to each other, and all the rings that we think are around Jupiter are just
Right.
massive storms that are just
Yeah.
going around. Like,
Okay.
So like the
Like-
whole planet is just one big fucking
Like
storm.
they do the time lapse video
Mhm.
with thermo,
Mhm.
and every single oval shape or cylinder item you've seen,
Mhm.
those
Just
are all
another
just
massive storm.
storms.
Yeah.
They're all just storms. The whole
like
planet itself.
rainstorms or windstorms or
They're-
snowstorms?
Like hurricanes, yeah.
So
you know.
there's like, it's like rain. Because all I can
Sure.
think of is like every white girl that's going to listen to this podcast is like, oh, let me get a pumpkin spice latte. That's the best weather
It's
ever.
not going to work because all the storms are
Are like-
ammonia based.
Yeah, and they're like
Oh.
as big as planets.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's ammonia based storm, and I have the numbers here. The storms themselves measure at 140,000 kilometers.
Wide.
So yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
they're a little bit big, just
Yeah.
a little, not too bad. Yeah.
All right. So no
Good.
no lattes to enjoy those.
I don't think they'll be opening up Starbucks anytime
No,
soon.
like rainy weather lattes, cozying up with a book,
no
and
singing
then
in the
taking a
rain.
photo and filtering it for Instagram.
Well, you
Jupiter selfies.
Yeah. Well, you
Jupiter selfies.
That's all right.
So I don't think
keeping
we're
up
going to
with
be.
the Kardashians and Jupiter.
I think we're going to be living on Jupiter anytime soon.
No.
So
I don't know. We're screwing up this planet, and we're all no. It's going to be just a ball of flame at some point. We have no place to go.
100 years, right? Isn't that what?
That's right. Stephen Hawking.
Yep.
said.
All I
that.
ask is you play The Ring of Fire by Johnny Cash. We're good. On the way out, just gotta play The Ring of Fire.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to be like Steve Buscemi and Armageddon. Just
Perfect.
a great. Give me a great seat next to a sunset, and call it quits. I'm down there.
You got to go to a beach. That's where you
Go to
die
a
if the
beach?
world ends.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right. And
That's how it happens in every movie.
Yeah.
They go to the beach.
Okay.
Anyway. That's all I got for
Trolling.
science.
Well, that's how they ended Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Him sitting on the beach, and
yes.
the other
Yes,
world,
in
he
the other
just
world.
faded away.
I'm telling you, if the world ends, you go to the beach.
I feel like I did, but I don't recall it with as vivid. Let me tell you what I remember about all of those movies. I remember how handsome Hugh Jackman looked. Like those are the things that I take, and how like this huge crush that I have on Tony Stark. Like those are the things as a female that I take away from those movies.
Now, Tony Stark or Robert Downey Jr.?
Both?
All of the above at the same time.
But he has to. Yeah. So
But after Less Than Zero,
if
because
you
Less Than Zero was gross.
okay. So, but if you're in the bedroom with Robert Downey Jr., he needs to wear the costume,
No, not at all.
just the mask.
No, you know what?
How about the goatee?
Does he have to have sriracha and beads ready for you?
No. He can just arrive and look sarcastic, and it would be over because that's like his MO,
So
right?
he can wear a Harry Potter robe, ironically.
No, because that'd be awkward. That would be
Well,
awkward.
no,
Like
you
I
Just
wouldn't
be
know.
mixing nerd stuff at that point. No.
Yeah,
Mr. Downey is many years your senior.
I know.
It doesn't matter to her.
I know.
In her
You
book.
know who? Okay, but here's what's really, really awkward. So I also have a thing for the guy who plays Dr. Watson on the BBC version of Sherlock.
Ah, yes.
And
From Lord
he
of
was
the Rings.
also in
one?
Fargo.
Hobbit. He's in a Hobbit.
Well, don't ruin it for me now.
What? What do
I
you
don't know. It was just weird that you said he was in the Hobbit.
No, he is.
No,
I
no,
know
he's
he's
a
in the
Hobbit.
Hobbit, but that's still you're ruining
he-
it for me.
is
You're
he-
ruining it.
Is he Bilbo?
No. He's in the newer ones. The newer Lord of the Rings movies. Remember the first three?
Okay.
That's him.
And
You got to give me more than that. Give me a character name.
Oh,
look it up.
Here,
Sam.
I'll look it up.
I can't
frame by
remember his name.
frame. Yeah, but he was in Fargo. He was in like the first or second season of Fargo.
Yes.
And I don't know.
He was
why.
You're
great.
gonna kick
Fargo.
yourself, Adam. You're
Yeah,
kick
he
yourself
was in
yourself.
Tangy Foxtrot.
Yes.
I don't even know his name, but I don't know why.
It's right on the tip of my
He's
tongue. I can't
older and he's
It's
such
Martin
a geek.
something. It's Martin.
Yeah,
something.
Martin something. And
So
I'm
he
like,
played Bilbo?
I'm so like all about him.
You didn't see Sherlock? What's right? I thought that's
Not the
your
BBC one.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
You said the BBC one.
Oh yeah, you're not
No,
watching
I
it.
haven't seen that.
With
With
Cumberbatch.
Did I just get a little like nerd chick on you, and you guys don't know what I'm talking about?
Are you a-
No, I haven't watched
it was
Did
Bilbo.
that just
It was
happen?
Bilbo.
Thank you.
Bilbo.
He's Martin Freeman.
Are you a
Martin Freeman.
Cumberbatch?
Okay. A Cumberbatch.
Wait, that's the guy who plays Sherlock, right?
Yeah.
He's also played Doctor Strange. No,
Yeah,
he's weird.
Oh, yeah.
He always has a kind of a pinched look to his face, like
They
he's
say, well, his
What's,
fans say he looks like an otter. I don't know why. I just saw that.
looks like an otter.
Otter, yeah. I
Oh
know.
no, he always has a pinched look to his face. No.
So
I like
not
his
a
sidekick.
Cumberbatch. All right.
No,
All right.
no,
Just Watson.
just Watson.
All right. Well, thanks for that, Adam. I appreciate that.
Yeah, got
Nerd
it.
Alert is getting more and more fun.
Yeah.
I like the science stuff.
I
Yeah,
guess.
exactly. I try
So
to
are
get
we?
something?
Are we nerd enough now? Because remember last week we were told we weren't nerd enough.
I think you qualify.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think we rested our case last.
I also make sure we get our stamp card
Well,
approved.
as you
Hey, I thought it was on the rundown, but somebody, I think I might have seen it on Facebook. But even if you were like written or in Star Wars movies, you still get nerd checked. So it doesn't matter. We're gonna get it anyway.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they
We'll make our case every time. Though.
they called George
Although-
Lucas to the mat if he did something goofy, but yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, guys, the Las Vegas 3 has evolved into the Concierge Chronicle because I realized one thing. When I was a concierge, not too long ago, they asked me to do a newsletter for the concierge, for the hotel, and it ultimately was supposed to convey to the customers patronage. And apparently it was my wit was too acerbic.
Say what?
Yeah, right. It was not well received because I was very truthful, like I am on this podcast, And so I realized that I still had all of those. And so I had this new wellspring of information that I could draw from. So yeah, so that's why it's going to be curated. I love that word. It's going to be overused, but curated content. It's going to be an information depot for what's happening in Las Vegas, with sort of that comedic LV veteran insider viewpoints that we all have, including Amelia. So she has stuff that I don't think even we know that she's seen in hotel rooms with brides.
I've seen a few things in my day.
I'm sure you have. Well, the first one is 4 ways to spot a Las Vegas tourist. First timers beware.
So easy.
Yeah, it's so easy. Yeah, I mean, literally a mile away, we could have 100 people, and I could tell which one is the tourist. The first one is and my friend John, John is a visitor here to the table, and this was his thing.
It's like the number one.
The classic fanny pack.
The fanny pack.
The fanny pack.
I'm actually on the hunt for a dope fanny pack.
Excuse me?
There's
I would
one.
rock a
Did
fanny.
you just say dope fanny pack?
Yes.
No, you're not talking about like the you guys the in your industry you wear. You know,
I'm not talking about a makeup artist brush
Okay.
belt. I want a fanny
You want
pack.
a fanny pack.
Like legitimate, like I found some on Amazon.
Yeah.
But I didn't like the patterns. So I would legitimately want a fanny pack.
And I'll add to this, and because of our the giant tourism presence that we have from Europe, the man bag.
The satchel?
Yes.
It was a gift.
Satchel, that's giving
satchel.
Yeah, no, it's a man bag.
I'm
yes.
currently rolling my eyes at the freaking man bag.
Oh, the man bag.
Shit's
The
ridiculous.
man
bag.
bag.
Well, I was working at the spa, Mandalay Bay. Oh, so many freaking man bags.
Oh yeah,
Really?
man bag. Man
Do
bag.
they all
Well,
have,
you
like,
were working at the
capris,
spa
too?
at Mandalay Bay. What'd you expect?
No, it got ridiculous. I didn't know it was that freaking retarded. So this guy lost his man bag and started crying. I'm like, well, I'll look for it, sir. Just give me a second.
Yeah.
So we finally found his freaking man bag they left by the treadmill. He opens it up and he's in tears. I'm like, sir, what's wrong? How can I assist you? He's like, I lost my Speedo. I don't know where it went. I'm like, bruh? In my mind, I'm like, bro, this is
You've
where I
gone
draw
too
the
far.
line.
Yep.
This is where I draw the line.
Sorry, bro. Can't
You
help
know
you.
what? So what I did politely was, give me a second, sir. Let me go grab my manager to actually help you out with this issue.
Yeah, I'm out.
Okay.
And I tapped out.
Somebody that gets paid more than me is going to come and help
Yeah,
you.
so retie your man bun, and I'll be right back. No, but the fanny pack. While you guys are looking for the flash, try to take in the larger scope. look at the people walking
People
on the
watching.
strip,
People watching is
and
so
you're
fun.
gonna realize. Wait a minute,
Oh, man.
there's fanny packs.
We should turn it into a drinking game. Go sit somewhere on a strip and have
Yeah.
shots ready
That's
for
right.
every
Oh,
fanny
yeah.
pack you
That's
see.
right.
It'll be done.
There
Like
it
a
is.
scavenger
Wouldn't take
hunt.
long.
That's right.
I feel
A
like the
shot game.
ultimate would be to find a hot topless chick sporting a fanny pack.
Oh,
Like I feel like
man.
that.
That's like you win the
challenge
game.
accepted.
Yeah, you win the
Yeah,
game.
you have to win something if you spot that.
Just
yeah.
the fanny pack, nothing else.
Actually, here you go, Jamie. We'll print out a
Or
bingo
the
sheet
showgirl. Huh?
and go to Vegas on the strip, and then just follow the strip one night and see how many you can mark off the bingo sheet.
You couldn't do it. You couldn't do a drinking game with fanny packs. You'd be destroyed. Yeah, we'd be just
funny.
wandering around. Okay, number 2.
Yeah, that's my favorite one. Number 2.
Number 2, the blank upward stare
yeah.
while still in motion.
Yeah, while still walking.
Just this
God.
unintelligible.
Pay attention to where you're going.
That's right. I'm lost. I was in Minnesota. Now I don't recognize
and,
where I am.
and they're always like shuffling too.
There's 1
mile an hour.
Yes.
Well, now they do that with their selfie stick like so freaking long in everyone else's way too. It's like, dude,
That's right.
what are you doing?
So
There's
bad.
other people walking around too,
Staring
man.
at all the casinos, all
That's
the
right.
signs.
I have
Okay.
to admit that's the one I see the most, and it's the one that annoys the shit out of me the most.
Absolutely.
blank stare?
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, because
Or-
it's not even that. Like I can appreciate the fact that they're like noticing everything.
they're checking it
Yeah,
out.
they're
Sure.
checking it
They're
out.
checking it in.
But
Pay
for
the fuck
goodness,
attention though.
yeah, like
know your
you're
surroundings.
existing with other people. This
Yes.
isn't your super special city that only you have to walk in.
Yeah.
So I've literally like ran people over because my makeup artist case it's a good 200 pounds and it's on 4 wheels. Like
Sure.
it is not messing around.
If you're not
and
looking,
I will like
yeah.
go.
Sorry about your heel, dude.
I will like deuces, and I will completely run them over because it's
Yeah.
like they're just not paying attention.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, when we go to gigs, we have a cart that we bring.
Yeah.
and that is just it annoys the crap out of me trying to get to places.
Yeah.
because people don't pay attention.
Yeah.
And you're
Totally.
right. They're always shuffling. They're always like walking. Like if
Yeah.
walking
Or
was
the-
a speed limit, they're at least 25 miles under the speed
I know
limit.
Jamie loves this one. The old Asian guys with the hands behind.
Oh,
their
hands
back,
behind the back.
right?
What is
Just
with you
doing the,
Asian people, Sam?
Yeah.
Hey, don't look at me. I'm qualified for Asian. I'm too tall.
That's true. You're two Asians on top of each other.
I'm too tall, dude.
Yes, for some reason. Have you seen that? Again,
It's an old world thing, dude.
Yeah.
It's one of those old world
It's
things.
really like
there's a
very
certain age group.
I hate to say it, but very stereotypical.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
But they
Kind of like white people loving mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Very stereotypical.
But one of these
Hey,
days,
you watch it about that mayonnaise. The
I
only thing I
crossed
like
the line.
better
I
than
crossed the line with
sriracha is
mayonnaise.
sriracha mayo.
there you go. Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Secret
sriracha's
sauce.
from my people stuff, not your guys. So remember
When
that.
you combine our powers,
But no,
mayo and sriracha.
I'm like literally the only person on the planet who loves mayonnaise as much as Paula Dean. I'll admit it.
I think
There's
thought Paula
sriracha
Dean
in
loves
it.
butter.
I'm
I'd
not
say
even
that's
sorry
pretty
about
good.
it, huh?
If there's sriracha in it, it's got to be better. I mean, I
I
don't
thought-
really put mayo on my sandwiches, so it's like, I mean, I don't.
But okay, third.
Anyway,
Third, this is a big one, and I love to see this, and yet we've all been sunburned at some point on our trips, one way or another. But look for lobster skin.
people not
Lobster skin's the worst.
people not used to the heat.
Oh my God, I'm just
Especially at the
just
pools, you jump in the pool with
roasted.
no
Yeah.
sunscreen on, you're screwed.
And it's usually
you don't have to be this white.
You know. I told myself I was not going to be politically correct on this show, and I will. I try my best not to be,
Yeah.
but it's usually fat chicks with the spaghetti strap shirts.
Oh,
And-
so you got the tan lines, like
Oh yeah, but I mean they're roasted, and it makes me wince. I'm like, oh, because it's got to be painful. Got to be painful. We've all been sunburned at one point.
Sure.
I did a catamaran trip one time, and my shirt was like melted to my shoulders.
What's sunburn? Can you guys explain it to me? I don't understand the concept.
Whatever.
You know, sunburn. I don't get it.
Yeah, us white kids.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Do you ever go out to the pools, Sam?
I'm just saying, you know, I don't sunburn that easy.
Yeah.
Semi farmer's tan. That was about it.
Farmer's tan. There you go.
Farmers
That was about it.
But yeah, it's usually
He's like, I don't know what you guys. Are
it's
talking
usually
about.
the Germans. The Germans, and they have the.
The ones that burn. That's,
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
me.
yes.
That's me.
That's so true. The Germans, it turns
Yeah.
so
I have a
red.
weird.
they-
I have a weird bloodline though. I'm German, so I burn, and I'm Italian, and I tan. So like, it's a weird.
Nah,
Somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, somewhere in the middle.
Nah, I'm Irish, and I'll just burn, and then it goes away.
Right.
Yeah, no, but it's the German women with the spaghetti straps, and the German men with the clam
The
digger
short shorts?
No. The not short. Yes, the speedo-esque shorts. No, the other ones that go
They
too
got,
far.
like the
It's just-
pantaloons.
yeah, like gauchos or whatever they're wearing. I don't know what's going on there. And socks and dress shoes. Have you ever seen that guy?
Oh sure.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Have you seen-
Yep.
Look at him.
He'll probably have a fanny
You don't
pack
travel
too.
to town enough.
Oh, no. That guy also has a fanny pack too. That's the
fanny
worst
pack.
part.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Sure.
And he's topless.
And looking up in the air. Yeah. All right. Number 4. This is the one. This is my favorite. I laughed when I wrote it. You
Yeah.
know you're a Las Vegas tourist. You know you're seeing a Las Vegas tourist when security is taking the slumped body of the overdrinker through the casino back to the hotel tower.
In a wheelchair.
In a wheelchair.
In a
The one-
wheelchair.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, the girls that can't hang, period. Those are quite a bit, especially when I was working as a pit clerk. Like, surely enough, between the magical hours of 4 and 6, security is shaking their head like, what are they doing? Or when you do that giraffe walk in the
Yeah,
heels.
the giraffe.
The giraffe
Which
walk.
I feel like I have to go to confessional now because I actually did the thing that I make fun of all the little lady tourists for doing. And I actually had to take off my heels a couple weeks ago because it was right when the heat hit and my feet were just so sweaty in my high heels that I was getting blisters. And I was like, I can't do it
ouch.
anymore. And it was my own personal walk of shame because I'm walking barefoot. I'm like, I'm that girl. I am that girl right now.
But now you learn.
Like,
you learn your lesson.
why?
Yeah, it was really embarrassing. But I do know what you're talking about because I see it all the time, especially if I have to be at work at some ungodly hour. It's just like the parade of poor choices.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
6 to 7 a.m.
Yes.
and there they go, and it's just this. It's a tragic scene. It's almost like a gunshot victim, but they're
can't
not,
look away.
They can't look away. It's a train wreck.
Here's my question: do you get bonus points if you see them being rolled away while they still have a fanny pack on them?
No, there's no no. It's
No,
a
because
whole
fanny
different.
packs, they don't go in the clubs. You can't go in
Yeah,
the club
no,
with
What
a
if,
fanny
they, what if
pack.
they still had like the 3-foot margarita and they were like hugging it?
Oh yes. Oh no.
Exactly.
But here's the thing: is the
Exactly.
margarita in the shape of the Eiffel Tower or the guitar?
The guitar.
The guitar.
I know that one, yeah.
The hard rock. And it's funny because after being here for so many years, that Las Vegas it just punched this girl right in the face.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was
She
just-
probably got the 2 extra shots of Everclear in there.
Well, I would love to follow their Instagram story. Ooh, just turned 21, and you're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, you're gonna die tonight.
Yep.
And-
You're gonna be hugging the porcelain princess.
and don't kid yourself, she was with 3 other girls.
Oh, yeah.
sure.
Who bailed on her.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah. And they only came down for like a 3-day trip, like a
Yeah.
quick like girls weekend woo woo,
Yeah.
and like they
Backfired.
tap out on
That's
the
right.
very first night, like 6 hours in, and then
Oh,
they
yeah.
spend the next 2 nights recovering.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Totally.
And it's so funny because you see them, and I think it begins kind of cute. I've seen this a million times. 4 girls, Midwest.
The woo girls, they're
yeah.
drunk to the point where everything's
Yeah,
fun.
and
right?
they've got as good of outfits as they can possibly think of. Although the Vegas is a whole different thing. That there's a scale of the outfits, but they bring their best stuff with them.
Oh yeah.
And the heels and the this and that, and they're happy. They're going to the club. They,
I like that they're happy.
and they go. They do the little. I'm getting in the club for free dance because the guy took pity on him. And then the next scene. Just smash cut to the girl with
the wheelchair.
That was just hysterical.
Now
It's
the
hysterical.
flip side is same thing happens to the guys, but now the guys are kind of worse off because they're like, oh, this girl's gonna hook me up at the club. I get in there, I gotta buy her drinks. Next thing you know, you're smash, no action, and you're broke as hell because she just hustled the crap out of you.
And you paid for all the free drinks.
No,
right?
See, okay, but the thing about it is the few times I've actually subjected myself to the Vegas nightlife, I have never actually been offered to get paid for a drink. Like, that has never happened to me. So maybe that's like something super special that happens with all these Midwest girls. Maybe they're working the angle or something, but that literally has never happened to me. I've always
gotten free
overpaid
drinks?
for a crappy martini. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
I've been robbed, man. I'm telling you. I think one time I did at Polyesters. Do you remember Polyesters at Stratosphere?
Oh gosh, I don't.
Oh, there's not much to remember, but
Really?
and it was always funny because you'd always have that one or two like girls that would like walk in and they would give everybody like stank face, like they'd have resting bitch face, and
Yeah.
I was always like, bitch, please, you're at Polyesters at Stratosphere.
You're like, we run this. We run this club.
Like, I know you think you're all that right now, but this is not Studio
Like, this ain't
51. You went to Ross. Let's go.
Right.
All
That's
right.
That's right.
You are not
But,
special.
Now, have you guys noticed that it's usually the girls in the wheelchairs, and the guys don't seem to make it back in the casino? They're always drunk on the street.
Yeah,
They
oh, yeah.
fall over
In
the
the parking
valet.
garage, you
Oh,
see
yeah.
'em like,
yeah,
I always feel so bad for them.
yeah. I feel
puking in the side of a trash
Well,
can.
Yeah.
I feel
If they
bad
make
for
it.
the
Yeah.
employees that work at 24-hour food places on the strip. Like, say you work at a Fat Burger,
Sure.
you're screwed at like
You got to
between
clean up some.
4 and 6 in the morning, dude. You're dealing with some nasty shit, and I give props to those guys that's still there every day dealing with these people's bullshit. Because not only are they drunk, but you have to decode what they're ordering in that drunken toned voice. You're like,
oh yeah.
skinny fries, fat fries. I don't know. Here, just take the food.
No.
and
Then
get
you're
on my
praying
face.
that they like can hold their liquor.
Yes.
Well, hold it till they get outside. That's all you're praying.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. All right. Should I should tell the Jeff story. Should I tell the Jeff story about the valet?
Oh.
I'll tell it real quick.
Oh yeah.
This
Yeah,
is
yeah.
terrible. This,
Go ahead.
this
We
is
can
the
cut. We can cut if we have to.
That's right. My friend Jeff, he's hopefully he's listening, but he's in Indiana now. But he was drinking at the Hard Rock Center bar. It was his birthday, and he had a lot of drinks before, a lot of food before, and he started drinking something called Stro, which is a very, very, very strong rum. I think it's like the Everclear of rums.
Nice.
It's horrible. Yeah, it's this it's this close to isopropyl
Yeah,
alcohol.
200 proof.
Yeah, it's terrible. Well, he's drinking this, and he leans over to me, and I'm not drinking. I'm just sitting there, and I'm irritated because I've been there too long, Amelia. I've
You
been
don't
there
drink.
too long, Amelia.
Cranky pants.
And he leans over to me and says, "I can't see." And I'm like, "What are you talking
That's
about?
a
You
good
can't
sign.
see." Yeah, great sign. I'm like, "What do you?" He's, I'm blind. And I'm like, "Oh Christ, okay,
That's good.
It's all right." So I round
That
up.
would be Jamie's response. Not like, oh my God, are you okay? It'd be, ah, Christ.
Yeah, no. Jeff's a big. Jeff was a big dude. He's lost a ton of weight, but he's a big dude. So I'm like, okay, we got to round everybody up, get him to the car, and we're getting there, and and it happens quickly. I'm told. he goes from blind to just out of control. I mean, it's nothing working. And so we're trying to get into the car. It happens to be a one of those giant, ugly white Land Rovers. And so everybody's getting in the car. All the rest of the guys are fine. I'm totally fine. So I'm going to drive. So I'm heading around to the driver, and as I get around to the other side of the hood, Jeff, the valet, was helping Jeff into the car. Well, unfortunately, Jeff had lots of Mexican food.
No way.
And he let it loose right on the valet's chest.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. It was horrible.
Fun day for him.
It was horrible. And you never saw 4 other guys whip out tip money faster in your life.
Right.
Like, no.
Yeah.
It's like terrible.
What do we pay this guy?
That's a silver lining. At least you bust out the tip part. Because if you left that guy, if you stiffed that guy,
Can you imagine? That would be
Worst
the worst
story
karma
ever.
ever.
Yeah.
And see, people a lot of times when I preface it by saying he threw up on the valet, he thinks that he threw up on the brick of the valet area.
No,
on
the valet person,
worker.
the guy that was-
Yeah.
I just hope that guy was allowed to go home after that. I just hope his shift ended early.
Well, he probably.
I would have. Yeah, I would have.
probably. Yeah.
Would have been worse if it's the
Quit.
valet's guy's first day. He's like, I'm never doing this again.
Yeah.
Never
Why,
back.
dude? He just got tipped fat.
So yeah, right.
Yeah, but he has puke all over.
he
him.
had to have. Oh, he had to have make $1.50.
Right.
Two
Couple
bills,
right? Yeah,
oh
yeah,
my
yeah.
God.
I feel bad.
So yeah. So tip everybody well.
Right.
But
Especially if you-
so
especially if
everybody
you're
on
up on
listening to this episode on their drive time in the morning, I apologize. That was a terrible.
Just remember, we come out to Vegas, have extra throw up money.
Just
That's right.
be able to hold your liquor, people.
Yeah. Well, we need a Kickstarter, some sort of airplane bag that's fashion.
You just have to have one on every corner.
Yeah.
maybe you should just bring your dignity and grace with you to Vegas. Pack
What?
some manners.
Really?
What are
Common
you
sense.
What?
Common sense.
Pack
You're
some
crazy.
manners.
Left at the door.
I have
Sin
been
City, baby.
I have been completely annihilated about 5 times in my life, and every single time it was never on purpose. One time, my mom brought over some tequila. She said we were doing a tequila tasting. I was like, okay, and I woke
Sure, why
up
not?
6 hours later with cake down my bra and a giant bruise on my ass, fully
Wow.
dressed. I was
Good
like,
times.
I was just tasting tequila with my mama. I don't know what happened.
How was your mom? Was she a champ?
My mom is totally a champ. My mom is yeah. Oh yeah, she's not.
She was probably still drinking while you were passed out.
I'm sure she was.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sure she looked at her like,
Pussy.
okay, time for you to catch up.
Yeah,
funny.
well, you know why? Because she's very ladylike, and she's like, her whole thing is she sips, she doesn't guzzle, so she can drink all night long because she's like a steady Eddie. I'm like pomegranate tequila,
Gotcha.
woo!
Bam, right? And
Yeah.
she just-
Yeah,
All day
but
long.
you could just bring some manners and dignity and some grace because
agree.
getting that drunk isn't even fun.
But see, I think they leave that once
Yeah,
they get out
why
of the
black
plane.
out? That's no
they,
fun.
They leave that there.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
people need to start. You know what?
We talked about
they
this
need to start
a lot.
packing
A lot.
Oh, we have.
some manners.
I love nice word choice.
Yeah.
Annihilated. That's fantastic.
We've been there. Yeah.
I hate it every
So
single
I've
time.
never been
I've
blackout
hated it.
drunk ever.
Really?
Yeah. I'm always pretty aware.
Have you
even when
lost
I'm-
time?
No.
No.
I've always been very conscious of being, aware of my surroundings, even when I'm totally wasted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've only been annihilated once. So, but it's still gross.
We lost a Matt.
Oh, that's okay. No problem. I'll pick it up.
Yep. Cut.
Edit.
Yeah, it's all part of the fun.
It's part of the magic.
Yeah. Yeah, but I've only been annihilated once, and thank God that it was at my own house with that tequila tasting situation.
Yeah.
Nice.
But it's not fun. It's
But there
miserable.
were 4 other times that was.
There's 4 other times I was pretty wasted, and every single time I wake up with a deep sense of regret. Like, look at all my poor life choices. What have I done with my life?
Yeah. And
I'm not proud. I'm not
And
proud.
number 6 is this weekend.
No.
No, nothing.
Memorial Day? No.
No. We have the party on Monday, but
Okay.
no, I'm not. Even then, when I have people over, I'm never I keep a pretty even keel. Like, I'll still have a good time. Don't get me wrong, but I'll keep an even keel. I don't like the feeling. I don't like feeling like I'm out of control. This is why,
True.
even when I try
Absolutely.
to smoke pot every once in a while, I'm like, oh yeah, that sounds good. Like a little mellow high. Even then, I still hate the feeling.
Nah.
No.
Don't get me on the pot thing.
Oh, you're anti-pot?
No, yeah.
Straight edge.
I would love actually.
Are you Mormon?
I am not.
Oh.
Catholic. Roman Catholic. No, I would love to actually. This will probably never happen. But I would love to have Joe Rogan on this podcast or me go on that one. I would love to talk to a person that's so that's such a proponent of it. Because a lot of people that they have this argument and that argument, and it's okay, and a lot of people are just apathetic about it. But he is
He's got some.
He's a believer.
He's combatively a
Yeah,
proponent.
he's a firm believer.
Yeah, and has gone after people, and he's good. He's good, but I'm on the other. I'm polarized. Absolutely an opponent of it, and not for the reasons that it's too long to even discuss, but not for the reasons that are typical. No, I really, there's nothing Carla's going to come up with. I am boring. All right, but what I do, but
you have to bring up your Netflix history. Maybe that'll.
Is that we need to start looking through his browser history and Netflix
something.
history? We're gonna get something there.
Yeah, just nothing.
He's not squeaky clean.
Nothing.
Nobody's squeaky clean.
Oh, I don't know. You can ask my mom. She's listening. You can ask. She'll call in.
All right, Marion.
But no, the only thing that I would say that is probably negative about me is that I can be perceived as pessimistic, which is another segue. See, brilliant segue. Two gear grinders.
Yeah,
I'm the best. Gear grinders. Now, one of my gear grinders this week happened to me this morning. Again, the 5-minute selfie portrait. I watched this chick. I was getting my juice. I was saying hello to Tom.
She was
talking
in
about
movies.
Was
in a booth, or was she in line?
In a booth.
All right. Well, at least she wasn't like wasting your time.
And so I got to the counter, ordered my drink. I walked around to the other side of the counter, was doing whatever.
Yeah.
And I look over, and here's this girl. And it wasn't that early. It was 9 something. And and there she was.
That doesn't matter. Time doesn't mean anything to girls in their selfies.
She's changing her head.
Right, she's doing one of these, right?
Yeah, she's changing her head, changing her mouth. she tried it. She tried it with the hand next to her face.
Smoothie?
I've watched my
seriously?
Niece,
tropical smoothies?
Yeah, it doesn't matter where.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
And I just watched her, and I got to be careful because I'm, you get caught with your mouth open. You're like. You're like,
what's going on over there?
What in God's name is this girl doing? And then I'm really so not part of that culture. It takes me a second to realize what she's doing. Like, what are you doing? And it hits me.
She was having like a seizure.
I'm trying to visualize you taking a selfie, Jamey.
Oh God, and nowadays it's not just a selfie. It's you gotta get your angle right, which is never right. They don't know their angles. I'm a professional photographer. I know your angle. I can see it right here. That's not it.
That's why they take 100,000 pictures.
Well, that's true. And then
they're just real crappy photographers.
Now you gotta look like a little fox.
Oh yeah,
you gotta get the
nose
with
the
ears
filters.
and
I can't stand that shit.
Yeah,
those
shitty filters.
And I don't know what she's doing. I couldn't see the screen. I don't know what app she was using. But 5 minutes. 5 minutes. This girl's trying to get it right. And I just want to be mean and say, listen, you can go all the way around 360. It's not getting any better. Take the picture. Oh yeah, I wanted to be mean. She was actually kind of a cute girl, but she was. I'm saying girl. She was probably somewhere between 25 and 35. I don't know. But oh my God, I don't have 5 minutes to take a picture of myself. Move on. What are you doing? And this was a big deal. This was going out to wherever.
This is a big deal.
Man, I don't know.
Yeah,
that's what we deal with nowadays.
Thankfully she wasn't in front of me doing this.
Right.
I would have said
exactly.
I would have said something. I
Jamey?
would have called Amelia, handed her the phone, and had Amelia,
Jamey,
curse her out. Yes.
I've done that.
Oh, why?
Are we still friends?
No, we are.
Well, wait,
But
you
for
like
the
Lost?
record, huh?
Remember, if you don't like Lost, you can be his friend.
That's right.
I don't like Lost, but for the record, it's a very, very rare occurrence, and I only do it when I actually put some effort into what I look
annihilated.
like. No, not even when I'm not. No, you know why? Because I take such crappy photos. I am the least photogenic person out there. I take terrible photos, and so I would like if I feel decent, I would like okay, maybe I can actually have a nice looking photo for a change, and probably I get a good one 2 or 3 times a year. But I've done it.
Yeah, but 5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, what are you doing?
I mean, you could take 500 pictures in that time.
Yeah, I mean,
I always look like a terrorist though,
and so
I have to take multiples.
So you got to have like.
I always look.
Do you do the duck thing, the duck lips?
No.
No.
Do you have a side that you like?
Nope.
No. You just bad all the way around, or
Nope,
you have a terrible self-image?
Nope. I don't think I do. No, I just take terrible photos. Like if you've ever seen a photo of me,
That's
I
not
take
true.
terrible photos.
That's not true.
I take good portraits when somebody photoshops me, but I take terrible photos. So
Adam,
yeah,
Adam and I did a whole promotional commercial with you. You were great.
yeah, you guys were on video, first of all, and second of all, you
Behind
guys
the
were really
camera.
nice to me.
Behind the camera.
You guys were really nice to me.
Yeah.
Did my
We
vein
gotta-
pulse?
we gotta build you up.
I have like
No.
I have a terrorist vein.
Is that when
I
you
feel-
lie?
No, it's like no matter anytime I have expression that's not neutral, my vein pulses, and I feel like people notice it.
I'm gonna watch now.
Gotta be
Do a
careful.
watch for
Lauren.
that. See, watch. I'm smiling and I can feel it pulsing.
Don't talk to Adam about veins pulsing. He gets crazy.
Oh.
All right. Secondly,
Segue.
No, that was just dirty. Another common thing, and I have seen people here. I used to work at the Venetian. I used to work at the concierge desk at the Venetian. In the lobby, again, there was a beautiful marble lobby. The marble actually came from an Italian quarry, and there's this huge fountain with a giant, what looks to be it looks like a sextant. It's not. And the girl walked away from speaking to me at the desk, and about 50 feet from me is the fountain. And she turned, started walking, texting, fell in the fountain.
Nice. Classic.
And
Smarty.
my friend Fred and I were there and watched it happen. And we're like, she's not gonna. Oh, she
She's
did.
just wait for it. Wait for it. Bang.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Car crash.
50 feet goes quick when you're
Oh,
texting.
man.
But are we seriously? Are we still walking and texting?
Yes.
And driving and texting and
Well, driving's just
getting-
silly. If you die and don't kill anybody, you deserve it. But
Yeah.
if you kill somebody, now you're going to hell because you're just stupid. Set your phone down. Now I noticed there was her Amelia. She wrinkled up her eyebrow.
No,
Are you still walking and texting?
No, in fact, if there was a way that I could find a way to detach myself from my phone, if I didn't need it to run my company, I probably wouldn't have a phone.
Oh, I'd
I'm-
throw it in the trash.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
very
I
much
hate 'em.
like I
Hate 'em.
get irritated the fact that I have to keep up with Instagram and Facebook and all this other stuff. I'd rather see somebody in real life.
Yeah.
Or pick up a book.
Well, no.
Has a
Yes.
spine and everything.
Well, no.
Spell
Then
the
they
pages.
see the problem is books have now transferred to digital. People
not
at
the same.
Amazon Fires and everything else, and now they're reading and following the fountain.
Yeah, it's not the same. No, I like to hear the sound of a spine cracking.
And people
You
listen.
remember the movie Waterworld? Right?
Yes.
They didn't have paper anymore, right? So,
Right.
So when the,
Oh,
the
right,
trader came and he had paper, he was so surprised, right? He's like, oh,
Yeah.
paper. I haven't seen this in a long time. Paper. It's going to happen to us because of this shit.
It is.
We won't
And
see paper
then
anymore.
and then Adam, you're gonna be stuck with the Webster Urban Dictionary, and that's gonna
Oh,
be
yeah,
your
yeah,
goal.
totally.
That's right.
I take that back. There are some good things that came of it. Podcasts, music, Pandora, Spotify. Like I do enjoy those uses for my phone, but the fact that I feel chained to it and the fact that I'm like constantly thinking about it and wondering like when I need to check it, it's so no. So no, I am not a walker and a texter. I try not to be a driver and a texter. I'm pretty good. But no, I'm not.
Well, I just think that we should figure out a punishment. Well, you know what? Texting and walking, they should be forced to watch a Costner film. You know, like 8-9 hours of Costner.
Oh no! Make it better. Make it better. I haven't watched a Michael Bay movie.
No, because Costner is like 8 hours per film. You know, it's like Dances with Wolves.
Oh,
God, yeah.
You
But,
put on Robin Hood and just repeat for me.
That's
fine.
right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and listen to Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio scream.
God, what was that theme song? I'm having a
Brian Adams.
Brian
Right.
Adams.
Field of Dreams.
Yeah, Brian Adams. Field of Dreams. I love
Field of
Field of
Dreams.
Dreams.
No, from
You're talking
Robin
about
Hood.
Robin Hood.
Robin
Prince
Hood.
of Thieves.
Yeah,
Brian
Brian
Adams.
yeah.
Brian Adams.
What was it? What
It
was
was,
the song?
Here, I'll look it up.
A
Give me
producer.
second. I'll look it
I
up.
have Armageddon now stuck in my head.
give me a minute.
You don't wanna
I
close
know
your
what you're
eyes?
talking about.
Sing it, Adam.
No, I know what you're talking about, but I can't think of the song.
Everything I do,
I do it for
I
love.
do
Yeah,
it
yeah.
for
That's
you.
it.
Oh wow. Is
You're
that-
welcome.
Thank
That was
you.
on the
Yeah.
house.
Thank
Yep,
you. Oh
nice.
really?
That one's free.
All right, appreciate
90s
that.
flashback.
All right, to keep
Is that your go-to song when you're annihilated?
No. Actually, no. My go-to songs are usually really awful 80s songs, and it usually involves ice cream
Ooh,
and
which
crying. Right into the danger zone. Like, basically the Top Gun soundtrack.
Top Gun
Okay.
2?
Hey, that
Top
works.
Gun 2?
That
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Tom said yes.
Top
Or-
Gun 2?
Or,
Top Gun. There's
yeah.
a Top Gun. Oh,
They're
that's
making it.
right.
Yeah, they
It's
start
production
filming.
next year.
They start filming
But
this
it's
summer.
not going to be able. It's going to suck. Like,
I
can we
don't
just
know.
like?
I don't know. Tom
I don't know,
Cruise.
Tom's making
Have
a
you seen the
comeback.
trailer for The Mummy? It looks pretty good.
Yeah. Well, you know,
It's
it's
supposed to have Val Kilmer,
Does
too.
that mean if you guys get an invite to
No
Top Gun
way.
2
Yeah,
that
swear
I'm
to
going
God.
to
I
be able
didn't
to
hear
go
that.
with you guys?
Do you want to?
I-
Top Gun 2.
I guess.
I think you need to
I
have a
guess.
female's perspective.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll buy
Which
that.
is you gawking at Tom, so it's okay.
Do you think Tom Cruise is still an attractive man?
Oh, I never thought he was an
Oh, you never did.
attractive man. No.
How about Val Kilmer when he wasn't fat?
No.
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 Okay.
No.
What about
Who was your go-to
who else
80s
was in that
guy?
movie?
Who's my go-to 80s guy? Well, since I was a kid back then.
Brendan Fraser.
No, they never did it for me. There was this
Dolph
kid.
Lundgren? I'm kidding.
No,
I'm kidding.
not even Jonathan Taylor Thomas. I don't even
JTT?
know.
Oh, stop with that.
Yeah, I never even was into JTT. I was never into Macaulay Culkin. I mean, but I don't think anybody was.
No.
Yeah, he's kind of like slippery looking.
You make him sound like a fish.
It's a good word.
Yeah, he's got some classic photos out there on the net.
gosh.
Yeah, I don't remember being really into, like, I don't know. I've always had a thing for like older dudes. Like, I've always really been into older guys. So yeah, the grayer the hair, the
Harrison
better.
Ford,
Oh,
No,
you heard it here, Robert Downey.
Sean Connery.
Robert Downey.
yeah, Robert
No,
Downey.
not even Sean
No.
Connery.
None
No,
of those guys.
no.
Huh.
Johnny Depp.
Johnny
There you go,
Depp.
Johnny
There you
Depp.
go.
How about
We'll get into
Alec
Pirates.
Baldwin?
No.
No.
Baldwin.
I always thought he and Basinger were a good-looking couple. I always thought.
Basinger was pretty good
They're
in the
decent,
90s.
but he has the face for a Preparation Age commercial.
Oh.
Wow.
Like, and I don't mean it that. No, what I mean
That's-
is like he looks like somebody I would take very seriously
Uh-huh.
over a genital medical issue. Like if he told me,
That's
Well,
a
I mean,
very
he-
sweet compliment.
I mean,
Like,
he has been on
I would take
SNL
him-
impersonating Trump, so it's
Yeah.
pretty close.
I would take him
He's a
so
giant
seriously.
hemorrhoid.
Yeah.
Yeah, giant
I'd be
hemorrhoid.
like, really, Alec?
You talk about Alec
Oh
or
my
Trump?
God. Is that happening back there?
Like,
What do we do?
Just one giant
Oh my
hemorrhoid.
gosh. All right. Well, thirdly, keeping on the
We're going to talk
theme-
about Johnny Depp here in a minute.
Oh yeah, we will. Keeping the theme of the gear grinders with cell phones, the retail purchase apps at like Starbucks or Tropical Smoothie for that matter, that don't work, and the people that insist on just standing
still
there,
having 'em?
scan.
Let me try this
Oh.
again. Let me try this
It
again.
doesn't work. Scan. Get out your wallet. Scan. What are you doing? You know, or the people
Like,
that
can
are
we just
that-
manually put this in and like skip a few?
Yeah, how about oh God, cash? But no, or the ones that I
got to get the deal.
or and again, I'm going to bring Tom up. It's a Tom theme apparently. He was telling me how incensed people get that he hit that Tropical Smoothie, for example, of one place that he doesn't take Apple Pay, Google Pay, all the other pays, and they're just irritated.
Just the little tap
Yeah,
things. right?
yeah, the icon tap on the phone.
Yeah,
for
the
Apple
tap
Pay.
stuff, and I won't do it.
I don't
It's
know.
going to get hacked. It's horrible. But no, the like Starbucks app that doesn't work and everything else, and that drives me out of my mind.
Well, it'd be
I
nice
just-
for some companies to actually put out some stuff that worked or that actually entice people to
Yeah,
come
I
and,
think it's not
you
I
know,
think-
Starbucks'
I think those
fault,
situations, it's a 50-50 crapshoot because sometimes it's either the program or the user themselves that don't know what the fuck they're doing. Because I've seen people trying to be
that's
cool
for
and
sure.
use the app,
Yeah.
and I'm like, here's how you end up using the Starbucks app. It's like this, and they're like, oh, I
Like,
didn't know that.
oh.
I'm like, dude, you have a
you couldn't
smartphone.
figure that out, huh?
Yeah.
You have a smartphone.
Yeah.
You should be able to freaking just YouTube it, how to
Right.
use it.
Huh.
It's not that hard.
Yeah, exactly.
Google knows
exactly.
everything.
Well, thanks again to our audience for letting me go through all those. It's usually daily. I have new stuff every day. We were talking about games earlier. Sam sent me one that I found to be interesting and irritating at the same time. And it's called What
Nice.
Do You Meme? And it's a board game.
I saw it.
Did
Yeah.
you see this?
Yeah.
Now, here's the problem. Again, you can't win. It's just
Yeah, you
somebody.
can.
No, you can't. No, you can't.
I would
Yeah.
assume this game
The
is
first
very
person to get 3
similar
cards win.
to
Oh,
Cards
because you
Against
told me it
Humanity
was
or-
funny what I did. Now here's the deal. They have it's set up much like that game.
Cards Against Humanity.
Cards Against Humanity, and your meme, or actually no, your caption of the meme card that you drew.
right.
Is then judged by the person, everybody judges at one
Similar
point.
theme, right?
Yeah.
Whoever thinks is the funniest or
And
whatever you throw down.
I feel like
is-
I've won 2 Cards Against Humanity games. Like, I feel like that is a game you can win. Like, I remember specifically my winning card being overcompensating and the stray pube.
Okay.
Like, that is a winning combination.
Right.
but see,
Or Christopher Watkins. That's good.
But
That's
see,
good
the
card.
problem
Batman.
is that you win because
he's thinking
somebody
like it's
said you were
arbitration.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, but isn't that... But it's still winning.
Well,
Still winning.
it is, but what if? And I know that each of us has played this type of game, Cards Against Humanity, or this. What do you meme? And thought of something very funny, and it was maybe not funny to this group, But it was hysterical.
It's funny to me, but I didn't get picked.
Yeah, and because these knobs you're playing with don't have enough,
Intellect or however to get it, how you got it.
movie knowledge or whatever, and see, it's lost. It's lost. You should have won.
That's why you got to play with the right group of people.
Who is that?
Find the right group.
You got to. Well, yeah, but I'm sure you have that friend somewhere
That doesn't get the joke.
Not Chris. I'm not Mr. Gagne, but you have that friend who just thinks he's funny. Oh, he's funny. He's right up there with Dave Chappelle, and he's not.
I didn't think Dave Chappelle was up there.
But
Jamey wants points. He wants,
I want to win.
a chess game.
That's
he
right.
wants to beat me.
But isn't a victory a victory?
He wants to have an undisputable win.
Sure.
That has no subjective
That's right.
Answers
component.
yeah.
Right.
All right, we'll just pop in Street Fighter or Tekken. There you go.
There you go. Again,
The first rule of Fight Club. We don't talk about Fight
and we don't talk about Fight Club. But see, yeah, if you can't win, hurt them. It's sports.
You can't win to hurt them.
That's right.
Take him out at the knees.
You either have a sports injury or you have a win. That's what George, it's a George Carlin thing. But no, I don't. These games and see what you're not thinking of though is these. It's the damn generations now, millennials. And Sam, would you do me a favor?
Yes.
Figure out what is the under millennial.
What's
the next
millennial?
one? What is the next one? The kids that are
that are
14
born now?
through 7. Yeah.
Is there one?
Yes, there is. But these generations, see, they're tricking you. Because you can't win. There is no win. Oh, everybody's just playing.
Everybody's the same.
Because that's not the
Everybody gets
democratic socialist way. Comrade, Jamey.
Hey.
Everybody gets
what?
a participation trophy.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, we had such a fun
Why
time.
did-
We laughed. We this.
Hey,
We that.
There
No.
doesn't
if you
need to
laugh
be
and have a good
winners and
time, you all
losers.
win. Isn't that what I said?
Then how come you cheat and win at Carcassonne?
Because I'm a hardcore player.
That's right. You're ruthless. You can't be ruthless
you
with
play?
I don't
these.
mess around. It's a
It's a
game
puzzle
called
game.
Carcassonne.
Kind of a
It's
puzzle game.
based off of a French city. It's really spelled funny, but it's a puzzle building game where you.
Are we done with the nerd alert? I thought we already passed that portion of it. Okay, keep going. I'm listening. Go.
So you build roads and cities and you get points for it. But you can be cutthroat at it.
Yeah, you can. You can.
Yeah,
You
there's
can
like prison
target
rules.
individuals. You can even
Yeah.
team up. You can have what is the Survivor thing? Alliances.
Oh yeah.
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 Adam and I can beat up on you, and then you're out.
Cutthroat.
I
You suck.
literally,
I shank you.
like when he was describing it, he was definitely nerding out, and then like his
Yeah.
pupils
serious.
contracted,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
all of a sudden he went, "You could be cutthroat."
Yeah. see?
Like I literally saw his pupils contract.
That's how I get down.
Jamie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Apparently it's
serious.
called Generation Z.
Yes, okay. There's
Z.
Generation
Huh?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
okay.
Generation Z.
World War Z.
So yeah.
Zombies.
Why'd they get
Zombies.
the cool name Generation Z? Half these kids don't even know what the fucking do. There was a zombie. They'll be like, "Can I get a selfie
I
with
guess-
you?"
So we
Look at a
need
zombie
to have
selfie.
we need to have games we can win again. But I'm gonna.
All right,
I
then
don't want to
just
belabor that point.
bust up Monopoly.
All
There
right.
you go.
Once again.
Everyone loses.
Everyone loses. Exactly.
4 years later.
So once again, Amelia and I did not receive a call to go to the movie to see Baywatch or Pirates.
See, you would have liked Baywatch.
Well,
Explosions and
Baywatch has
boobs,
everything
and
you needed.
That was everything you would
Pam
like in a
Anderson.
movie.
How did Pam Anderson look?
Little rough around the
I mean,
edges.
not bad. Not,
A little rough.
he said
To
she
be
looked
fair.
rough. I thought she actually looked pretty good.
I
After
saw her
all
on a
that
talk show
plastic,
recently. I
She's
thought
got to
she
be
was
like
lovely.
50.
52. I think she's 51.
Look it up.
I don't know.
Yeah.
She only had a real quick thing, and I thought
I just
she
had a
looked,
self-confidence
she looked fine.
boost because she will always be at least 20 years older than me. So
There
thank you
go.
for saying
There
that.
you go.
There you go.
Okay. Go.
But thank you. We didn't get a call. So.
Well,
No.
see.
All right.
Next-
So
next
let's
time.
talk about Baywatch. You said in a text to me,
Uh-huh.
I believe you said it was hilarious.
It was hilarious.
Okay. Who's
She's 49.
49?
49.
Well,
Okay, there you
hello, Pam Anderson. You look fantastic. So it was funny. Oh, I'll lead you into this. Another thing Tom said is we talked about. I told him you were going to review Baywatch.
Okay.
And he said I would never see it because The Rock is awful. And I'm like,
What?
wow.
No, okay.
It's like,
see,
no way.
Totally disagree. I think
He
Rock
said Rock is
money
the
on
worst actor in the
everything.
world, and this is a guy, Tom, who loves kind of the wrestling scene. He likes the entertainment version of it and everything else.
Really?
But he said The Rock is
That's
terrible.
weird.
He doesn't like to watch him, and so now you're telling me it's hilarious.
He's a hater. That's all it is.
He's a hater.
It's
I don't know. I think The Rock
good.
has money and everything.
Yeah.
All right. So what was funny about it?
I compared it to kind
21 Jump Street.
of. Yep, 21
Yeah.
Jump Street.
The old one?
No,
The
the
deaf
new,
one?
the
The
remake.
reboot. The remake.
In that it didn't take itself too seriously. It knew that it was a remake and people were going to make fun of it because of that. So
Right.
it made fun of itself.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And the running gig was Zac Efron's character.
Okay.
His nickname changed throughout the whole 2-hour film. His nickname kept changing throughout the whole freaking film, and it's just hilarious.
Okay. I just recently saw Efron in Dirty Grandpa.
Oh.
Yeah, I had to fast forward through it, but it was.
I don't think I saw that one.
And Aubrey, I like Aubrey Plaza. I think she's really cute. But Efron, I don't know.
If you like her, check her out in
You think
Legion.
she's now? Do you like Efron?
No.
No.
He plays
No.
he plays
like? You
the
gotta
frat
give me a
guy.
list.
I already
to a T.
told you. I like that Martin guy.
Little tiny
Martin
tiny
Freeman?
British guy. Martin Freeman.
Yeah.
She likes some Bilbo
I think
Baggins.
she's.
Johnny Depp.
I like John.
Next one.
Yeah.
But yeah, with him, he plays the frat guy really well.
Efron.
Yeah,
Efron.
Efron.
Oh yeah. Well, I saw
He's
Neighbors.
typecast.
That was
Maybe this
disaster.
was funny. That was good. But back to what you like about movies.
Okay.
Slow mo running.
Explosions.
Explosions.
I
Hot
never said
chicks.
that.
Well, hot chicks.
but cool.
Hot chicks and explosions. So it has
yeah.
everything you need.
It had those.
It
It had
was-
those
it was very
twins
funny.
in it, right? Didn't it have the twins in it?
There were a bunch of twins. Yes.
Ha ha ha. Thank you.
But
But no actual twin.
No, I really enjoyed it.
And the premise of the film is
So there's like a
drug.
crime on the beach. Drugs are coming in through secret boats or whatever. It's very kind of made up and
It's straight to the point where you're just watching for the comedy aspect, the little bit of explosion and action, and just the banter.
they make fun of that too, like based on the old TV show there.
Right.
They mention episodes,
Yeah.
but as in like plot lines.
He's like,
to the
that doesn't
plot
make
line.
any sense. This is just a beach. Go call the cops. And that was like kind of the constant
That's funny.
thing.
Now-
I don't know.
It's a
Good.
funny
I
summer
thought it was
movie.
funny.
Funny summer movie.
now
Star.
this is not a spoiler because they've already talked about this. Efron talked about this, but how was the Hasselhoff appearance?
It was funny. It wasn't too
Was
bad.
it brief? Was
Yeah,
it?
very
was, yeah,
brief.
It was a walk on.
Oh, yeah.
Walk on.
Little scene
How
at the
about
end of the movie.
David
too.
Hasselhoff?
Yeah.
Oh man. All
The
right.
last time I saw him, wasn't he like drunk on the floor,
Eating
like
a hamburger or something.
eating a hamburger off.
It wasn't a good look.
When
You
was
never
this?
saw
I
that?
didn't see it, no.
This
Yeah,
was like a
with, like,
viral
shredded
video.
lettuce.
That
It was
like,
really gross.
he was drunk and eating his hamburger.
It was like
very
early
messy.
2000.
But the Hoff was cool though.
Yeah.
He and Mel were hanging out one day. Really? Was he? Now, how did he look? Because
Yeah.
Old.
He looked okay. I mean, he's
Hey, here you go. No.
got his
I'm gonna
years
quote
on.
Jamie from last week. He looks tired.
tired.
He looks tired.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're all tired.
Well, that was a wicked hangover from that little burger
Right.
incident that he had. I'd be
Still
looking tired too.
on that one.
Yeah.
All right, now this is the one. The Pirates. Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp.
Yeah, Johnny Depp.
You like
yeah.
Johnny? He's a weird guy. He's very cool though.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
his
That's why he
weirdness
makes a
that's
perfect
alluring.
pirate.
Yeah, like he's like one of the few men that I would probably still be into, even though he's obviously very stinky.
Okay.
You think so?
I don't think.
Well,
based on-
his character
based
is
on
stinky. His character
his
is
pirate's
stinky.
character.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
pirate's character is stinky.
You know, his hobby is painting elephants.
Really?
Yeah, he gave one to Ellen. I don't know.
Oh,
I saw this. I saw
Everybody
this clip.
talks to
I'm like, he
Ellen.
paints elephants.
He paints elephants and he enjoys his kush. So he'll smell like kush.
Well, everybody
I'm pretty
does.
sure he
It
smells
seems like everybody
kush
does.
big time.
I'm gonna be the last man out.
Yeah.
No, I don't like it. No. I don't
You've
like
done
it.
it,
I've
though.
tried. Yes.
Yeah.
I've given it I really get an A for
Have
effort,
you
but I don't
found
like
have you
the
found the
entire-
right one? 'Cause it's like wine nowadays.
No, I've tried multiples.
It's like
It's
wine
just not for
tasting.
me.
Yeah.
It's
Some
all
people don't
weed.
do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Can't hack it.
unfortunately like super like suburban, like very basic about it. I
Now,
just
have you
don't
gone
like
to
it.
edible form or just
Yep.
straight up just the
Yep.
edibles?
Yep.
But Johnny likes everything. I think. So
Johnny-
how this apparently this is the last one. Did it
Ooh,
seem,
we'll see.
did it seem like
we'll
the last
see.
one?
We'll see.
I
No,
hope
they left it
so.
open ended. They always leave it open ended.
Yeah.
No, they said it. The preview just said the final whatever. But
There's 14
Yeah.
more Transformers movies coming up. All right, so if Pirates makes more money, they're gonna make another one.
If it makes enough money this
Yeah.
weekend, then they might make another
no,
one.
I thought this one was better than the last.
Yeah.
It really connected back to some of the old storylines.
The writing in itself and the structure made sense. Like it was able to close everything up and keep everything connected, and still had that original feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
The action was good. The witty banter was good too on this one. He
Yeah.
was funny.
Yeah, the villain was good. He was actually
Yeah.
kind of creepy and scary.
Javier Bardem.
Yeah,
Yeah, Javier Bardem was
that
good.
cool.
He was a good villain.
Good.
This one, it's Johnny Depp. Like
He's such a perfect pirate.
Yeah.
Like, that's probably my favorite character that he's played.
No, obviously it's Disney and all of their satellite companies. It was solidly. I mean, it was wonderfully filmed. I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, it looked great.
And
CG was good.
Oh
Actually,
yeah,
we were talking about
this.
Yeah, they had a scene in there with the young Johnny Depp
Okay.
as a young Jack
Jack Sparrow.
before he was captain, and it actually looked really good as compared to like Rogue One, where you had all these CG characters that looked fake.
Right.
Because remember how Adam was talking about the sensors?
Sure.
Yeah, and if it looks too fake, you can tell.
Your body won't
This one
recognize
looks
it.
like
'Cause it
dead
spot
on.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
there was an episode Adam was talking about how your body or your eyes visually,
Right.
if it doesn't sit right, you'll get that creepy, eerie feeling. But this one, it looks so smooth for the transition to where we couldn't tell if that's good or bad thing now that we can actually
can't really tell.
can't really tell anymore. You know, like we know it's a CGI younger Johnny Depp, but still, it was so
bought
smooth
it.
itself. Yeah.
So it wasn't like the selfie fox ears and
No,
over your eye.
yeah,
Mhm.
no, it was really good. Yeah, production was great. Some of the boat.
I'm glad to
battles
hear
and
that
explosions,
because
like
I thought it was going to
Yeah,
be
me too.
awful. Like I
No,
had some apprehension about it sucking.
Well,
Sure.
I think the critics tried to kill it, like, badmouth it quite a bit. But I mean, this one, if you compare it to the film ranking itself, like Adam said, how would you rank it? Like 1, 2, 3?
Honestly, I did some thinking about that, and there's 5 now. I still like the first one the best.
Oh yeah.
Then
Yeah,
actually like
for sure.
the third one.
I like the one. Which is the one where they gathered all the pirates together?
The third one.
The
third
third
one,
one,
yes,
And
okay.
then they had Keira Knightley, who became kind of the pirate
Yep.
captain for a minute.
Yeah.
I love Keira Knightley, so that's probably why I like.
Well, she's
third
hot.
one. Yeah, love her. So 1, 3, and then I like this one as the third, my third favorite, because it really connects back to like all those pirate captains and some of that early storyline.
All right.
What about 2 and 4?
And then 2 and 4.
So this is
Yeah.
the 5th one. I'm
This is
losing
the
track. This
Yeah,
is number
this is
5.
5.
I feel like I need to like catch up. Like
I know you gotta
just sit
you
down
gotta do a
and watch
marathon.
them all.
absolutely.
Yeah, like
I was just thinking
marathon
that. No,
it.
seriously, after watching the movie, I was like, man, I gotta
Yeah.
watch these again.
Yeah.
Now I have a backstory for this. I
Yeah.
went to Universal Studios, and this was obviously a while ago, and they have a large pool there of water that they often shoot for many different movies, many different things, and they have a large background. The Truman Show, for example, that was a movie where they shot there. They have a large background that can be turned into anything, including a giant green screen. Well, as we were going by in the tram tour, if you've ever been to, have you been to Universal?
The theme park,
Mhm.
or yes, of course.
Oh,
Yeah.
You take the tram tour and they go past this pool. Well, there was obviously shooting a giant film, and I noticed there were pirate boats, and it was this movie.
Really?
Yeah, it was
Nice.
very cool. It was, but Depp wasn't there. They were shooting some second camera stuff. But yeah, I asked them that, and they actually stopped and showed us and talked about it and how they do stuff. And there were these little tiny pirate ships and a giant green screen. It was very cool.
Oh,
That's pretty
interesting.
awesome.
Yeah, it was very cool. So,
So
it's
they were
really
using
neat to see
models?
this come out.
They were using models?
Yeah, at the
Oh,
time.
very
Yeah.
cool. I
Yeah.
would have loved to see that.
All right, and lastly, in the movie section, the review section, Sam made me put the Flash finale.
I didn't made you.
Yeah,
I
you-
asked about
What?
it. It's
Yeah.
an option.
Yeah, is it
Don't,
over?
don't make me the bad guy.
Is it over?
It was the finale this
the,
week, yes.
the season finale.
Oh,
not the
season, not
yeah,
series
not
finale.
series, no. no.
Okay.
Because this
That-
week's been a week of a bunch of season finales for a bunch of TV shows.
Now I only had one question about this. Are they? Do they bridge DC television to the movies as well?
Not
Or-
at all.
Not at all.
No.
Not at all.
Okay.
They're 2 separate entities.
All right. Do you watch any of the superhero television,
Nope.
Amelia? Nothing.
Nope.
No.
My shows are The Americans, Fargo, Game of Thrones, and House of
Game of
Cards.
Thrones
Game of
is
Thrones
coming
is coming.
back.
July,
House
right?
of Cards. Hell yeah.
Yeah, House of Cards.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty
House of
excited.
I make
keep
cupcakes
hearing
just
that's
for
good
House
stuff.
of Cards.
Oh,
And
really?
When
Nice.
did it start yet? 27th
House
Today.
of Cards comes. No, House of Cards comes back on the 30th.
on the 30th. Okay, so we
Yes.
know where Amelia's
What
gonna be.
what season?
This will be the fourth
Fourth season. Yeah,
I got to catch up.
it's good stuff.
Yeah, here.
Yeah,
The writing's really good, dude.
Spacey is fantastic.
And Spacey,
Have you seen it?
when
I
he breaks
haven't.
the fourth wall, it's amazing. Like, Spacey's really good. He's
Yeah.
on point, dude.
Yeah.
One of the best work.
You need to make sure that you like are
Check that out.
committed to the couch for at least
Yeah.
like a
It's
significant.
going to be a bingeable thing.
Well, the thing is,
Oh.
the show's so good to where, like,
How many
the
episodes
first,
per season?
Oh, man.
13.
Yeah.
13. Yeah.
Very good.
Because, like, the first season, it's Spacey, right? And then by season 2, he's already executive producer. He took a pay cut to get a better deal on the backside. But,
Because he believed in the project. I
oh,
assume.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, big time. Like,
Cool.
almost every season costs $1 billion to film.
$1 billion?
Yeah.
Well, either way, it's
amazing.
Unbelievable. It's pretty much the only show that I can ever remember in all the shows that I watch that I deliberately set aside an entire weekend. I do menu planning. I mean, like, it's a situation like
Sounds
that
like
is
fun.
Did you ever
Yeah.
watch West Wing?
No, I watched it. I've watched it probably the entire thing 5 times.
Ah.
Absolutely love it.
Westworld.
Westworld.
Westworld is about.
What is Westworld?
Westworld was based
Westworld's
off a movie with Yul Brynner, and it was about you would go to a theme park and Western, and they had robots that would interact with you, and it was this whole high-end theme park. And of course, the machines go wrong.
Mm-hmm.
They become the.
Yul Brynner
Get
becomes this
sentience,
black
right?
hat cowboy that starts killing everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And J.J. Abrams directed this new series called Westworld, and it was fantastic.
It was really good.
And it's
And-
also written by one of the Nolan brothers who originally did Person of Interest. That's why
Right.
some of the cast seem familiar.
Anthony Hopkins was the premier actor in that as well.
Yeah,
But
check it
West
out.
Wing Adam was
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
I would watch it again right now.
Yeah.
I couldn't get into. I tried to get into West Wing and I couldn't do it.
It's Aaron Sorkin. I would watch anything he writes. You know, it's fantastic. Yeah, fantastic.
I've heard good writing.
But
I watched all of Network or Newsroom.
Newsroom.
Sorry,
Oh, yeah.
I love
Now,
that.
have you watched House of Cards?
I have every episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spacey. If he had aspirations to do it at all, whereas The Rock, being nominated for president, that's kind of silly. I think even he thinks it's silly. Spacey actually could do it because I think he has the presentation and the character to do it. But
but would you do it as Spacey or is it Frank Underwood?
well, I don't know.
Leia.
Now it's a little. There are certain parts of the storyline that just absolutely couldn't happen.
Yeah.
But it's really cool to just close your eyes.
But
and
they're
think,
so subtle. It's
Yeah.
like a fine thread. Like everything about it is super realistic.
right.
I'm down.
So back to the Flash though. So what is he dead? Did he die?
Nah, he didn't die. He's taking a little sabbatical.
Yeah.
Taking a little sabbatical.
We always gonna spoil it.
No, you don't need to spoil it.
Well, I don't know. I mean, we're already here.
Yeah, what season? What season
I
is
want
it?
to say it's 3.
And have you watched
I've
all
watched
the Flash?
all of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And are you so Flash? What is it? Green Arrow? Green Arrow still on? No,
Arrow, just Arrow.
Or
Yes,
just
it's
Arrow,
still,
sorry.
still on. That's probably season 6 or so.
really. Now wait a
that
minute.
was
Isn't Arrow? Isn't the actor? I just saw that actor
Stephen
do
Amell?
American Ninja
Yeah,
Warrior.
Stephen
Yeah,
Amell.
that's what I said.
Why
Yeah.
did we
They
we produce this?
They had a celebrity,
Okay.
American Ninja Warrior.
Apparently he killed it.
And he did. He was great.
Yeah.
So on the first season of Arrow, they showed what's called a salmon ladder.
Okay.
And that's where you
yeah.
do pull-ups and you jump up to a ring and you do
Yeah.
pull-up and you.
Amelia does that all
salmon
the time.
ladder. Yeah.
Yeah.
You've seen it.
every day.
There's a,
And that
there's a
was
drink
like.
at the top. That's why.
There you
This is a
go.
bottle of wine.
And that's one of the obstacles in Ninja Warrior. And then everybody's like, "Oh, you should do it. You should do it." And it's been like 5 years, and he said
Yeah.
that he's watched it, and he went through the obstacle course, killed it.
He went for it.
Yeah.
it was good.
But the thing is, he kind of cheated though, because he took little breaks. Like every time he got through, took a little break.
And did
Well,
you
they
know-
weren't timed.
Going.
They weren't timed. The celebrity
No,
runs.
and did you notice each time he finished one, there was a hot chick? Like
Yeah,
there's a
that
new
was-
hot chick.
that
Like
was-
a little
And there's a hot
commentator.
chick over there.
Like a little commentator.
Yeah,
I don't know if they spoke, but they were just sitting there.
no,
being
that was
hot. It
his.
fun.
That was his ninja coach.
Oh, it was a ninja
It was a
coach.
girl that had run
Okay.
the course
I thought it was-
before, and she
wasn't
was
like a special for like Red Nose Day or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
yeah.
were raising money for charity.
Yeah.
That's why all the celebrities got to run it.
Oh yeah, it was red.
And nobody
They
failed.
had Mina Savari run it, actress,
Yeah.
from American Beauty and
American
American,
Beauty.
Pie and all
Yeah.
that.
All right.
She's like,
I don't know.
yeah, it was cool, but
All right.
yeah, he killed it.
But how do you feel about the Flash season finale?
I was a little disappointed,
Yeah.
to be honest. I could have ended like an episode sooner.
Yeah.
For me, they left a lot of things like kind of like
Up in the air, unanswered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least he's fast. At least they didn't. They have like Smallville. He can't run yet.
Right. Just postpone that until
I don't know.
We're
And
sick and tired of it.
now, what network is that on?
CW.
CW.
So I'll see why. Nobody watches CW.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
I watch it all the time.
Just you and Sam.
Yeah, sure. Only 2 of us and
Mhm.
the rest of the world.
What did you think about it?
The rest of the world.
For Flash, it was a good wrap up because now we can get to the point of rebirth. So, like I was telling you, like for the series itself, like they take outlines from the comic as like a blueprint, and then the writers just add their own spices to it. So I mean, it's never gonna follow the comic to a T. We all know that.
The problem with Flash is every season they have the same supervillain,
Mhm.
just another speedster.
Okay.
So they need to hit the reset button.
Oh yeah,
They're getting
because they
that
promised that season 4 is going to involve zero speedster villain. Supposedly,
It's getting too
repetitive.
Cyclical. Cyclical.
Cyclical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. So
I can also use less love story. Well, let's get to the fighting part, to the action part. Just
How else are you going to keep it? Do you have a girlfriend? Are you getting any?
I don't have a girlfriend.
What does
but
that have to do with
I don't-
watching
I don't need.
CW?
I don't need a love story to watch.
I'm just
this.
wondering, like, how are you going to get us entertained there? I mean, you got to have a little bit of that, kissy angle in order for us to like
in all these
endure
shows. In all these shows, the
It's a
guy's like
CW.
shirtless. Yeah, they already have him shirtless, so you're fine. The girls are fine. As a female audience, you guys are fine. He's shirtless. He's working out.
Why do you guys think that we're into the same topless situations you guys are into? Like a guy being
That's
topless
right.
to me doesn't do. I mean, come on. I have a crush
That's wrong.
on a
Because showing you a
old
picture of
gray-haired
Jason
dude.
Momoa.
Every single movie, including Guardians of the Galaxy, there is a gratuitous man shot of them putting a shirt on, taking a shirt off.
sure.
Every single movie.
Like season 1 of Arrow, the salmon ladder. That was
Yeah.
for the ladies. We all know that.
They do it on purpose. You can't say you don't like the shirtless guys with abs.
Amelia's enlightened.
Apparently.
She's waiting for the bottomless ones.
Not on the CW.
I did okay.
Wanna see
To
that.
be fair, in Deadpool, yes, I did enjoy the bottomless shots of Ryan Reynolds. I'm not ashamed to admit it.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't know. There was one that I've seen even the outtakes of where the
It's like right there.
yeah, but he had, in the sex montage where the couple was flipped around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I'm sure
Yeah.
Ryan regrets that.
But Deadpool did.
All right, so Ryan Reynolds, yes.
Ryan Reynolds, that's a yes.
Okay, he's not an old man.
He's not. I think that is like the one guy who shares the same age bracket that I do. But yeah, I don't know what it is. Like older dudes, man. They're just.
All right, well, I still have a chance, Adam.
There you go. Yeah. You're telling me there's a chance.
All right.
My husband's older than me. My husband's 13 years older than me. So
Wow.
apparently,
Yeah.
it's just a thing. I can't explain it.
That's cool. Everyone has different things, you know. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, it's time for Area 52,
Let's do this.
and I've already got the big thumbs up from Amelia earlier on a text. Because the Mormons. Mormons very excited about the Mormons.
Are you Mormon?
No.
Yeah.
You just knew this fun fact, and you're like, all right.
Well, I grew up in foster care in Las Vegas, and so one of
I
the
remember.
foster families that I lived with was LDS, and so I'm
Okay.
familiar with it.
Okay.
All right. Well, one of the things that people don't know about Las Vegas and Nevada, very, very prevalent in the early days of Nevada, but in Las Vegas, it was established by the Mormons. The first permanent structure in Las Vegas, called the Fort, was built by the Mormons in 1855. It still stands today. It's been renovated here and there, but it still stands today at the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Washington. I'm not going to say that's a great area.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm going to say quite the
I
opposite.
know the spot.
Yeah, it's almost yeah. If you hear
It's newsworthy.
much like every other city in the country, if you hear presidents' names or letters, go the other way. Yeah.
Yeah.
And God forbid it's
Or
called
lock your door and windows.
or nationwide. If you're on Martin Luther King, you better start running.
Get away from Martin Luther King and D Street.
That's right. So, but in 1855, the fort was built by the Mormons, and at that time, they were trying to acquire loans to build for gambling structures, and nobody would loan them anything. And a lot of these people were mobbed up even back then, organized crime. So one guy, Perry Thomas, a Mormon himself, he had the funds, and he would loan to the casino operators. And he made a statement that he's pretty sure the mob's going to have the money, so he's not worried about getting paid back. So he
was the original bookie.
he was the original financier of the mob in Las Vegas, and also the Mormons were very popular as back in the day, or dealers, and for a couple reasons. They knew that they didn't have to worry about stealing, and they knew they didn't have to worry about drinking. So the dealers
Fair
were
enough.
pretty straight-laced.
Clever.
Now being a dealer, Adam.
I couldn't
it's not
claim
the
that
same
at
now. Not the same now, is it?
No, half the guys, get
Yeah.
off of work and go straight to the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Yep.
straight to the betting.
Yeah.
Time for a shift drink.
The
And
sports book.
some of them, even before they started their shift,
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah, no doubt.
Well, it's weird when you have, swing shift that works, 2 to 10 a.m.
Right.
you
Yeah.
know. I've been on that shift. It's terrible.
Yeah, it's
I
terrible.
slept all day, and then
Yeah.
right before I went to work, I was still
2 to
tired.
10, going
Yeah.
throwing big 6. Yeah, you're gonna take,
Yeah, right.
you're gonna take a
You
shot or
love
two
that.
before you start, right? Yeah, right.
Gonna need it.
Now, as I mentioned before, again the outsourcing of key personnel in Las Vegas. Concierge is one key area where major hotels were deciding to seek outsourced personnel. I was involved in this directly. When I was a concierge, we were paid well, and we were paid hourly, and we were paid commissions based on sales. And then the hotels saw how good we were. We were very knowledgeable, and knew everything about the town. We knew everything about the hotel that we were working, in which we were working, and we were very good at what we did. And so people in the know that knew to use concierge, they were thrilled. They got everything they needed as long as they were able to pay for stuff that they were doing. Well, the hotel was like, you're making money. We're taking it. So they decided to start stripping things and like, well, your commission is this much. We're going to take this much off the top. And you're powerless.
Yeah, what are you gonna say?
You're powerless, And so, okay, but then the terrible word somebody mentioned, union.
Yeah. Oh, they hate
Oh no,
unions.
it's a taboo.
Oh, they
yeah.
hate unions.
Concierge started
Union.
talking about unions, and I was involved in a group at the Venetian that had that fateful meeting in the bowels of the hotel.
Right.
And we talked about it, and then the VP started coming out of the woodwork. Here he was. He called a meeting, and we're going to discuss this. And they're like, well, there's nothing to discuss. If we unionize, that's the way it is. And he made it clear.
And
If
you'll
you
talk
unionize,
about-
you're done.
You're fired, right?
Yeah, you're out.
That's what they
Because
told me,
that's
too.
a right to work at will state. So
Yeah.
they don't have to give a reason. So that was about 6 to 7 years ago. So somebody had the bright idea on the hotel side. Fuck these people. And then they started talking about outsourcing. And what that was is just a group of people like Tickets and Tours and Tickets Tonight, and you see a lot of them in New York and a lot of them here now, where that's all they do. They work deals with the hotels and the shows, and they sell tickets, and they know nothing, and they're not helpful, and that's it. And so they could have a direct line as far as commissions. And so the hotels were like, great, and they started stripping people away. Caesars unfortunately started that, and then of course MGM. And I'm not sure if the Venetian does that. I don't know. I can't speak on that. But I called some friends of mine that were concierge, and we had a long talk about this happening. And it was a big deal. It was a big ugly deal.
This is where all those little ticket booths popped up from, huh?
Yes. Yeah,
All
exactly.
the little show tickets.
And if they couldn't do it directly in the hotel, if they had a successful concierge desk and didn't want to kill them off, they put them on a little kiosk, and they right in traffic
Right,
flows,
right
and
by
they
the
irritate
entrance.
you.
Yeah.
Are you from here?
Information desk.
Yeah. And see, the problem is they're not information. They don't know anything. They know
No.
where the bathroom is and maybe where the main casino is.
Right.
Now, and see, the problem with that is that it's terribly unfair because concierge, unlike any other area of the hotel, bell people are bell people. They get the luggage, they do this, they do that. Valets are valets. Everybody else had a very specific job, but had no other continuing education for it. Concierge do. They have what's called a clé d'or. And if you ever walk into a hotel, Las Vegas too, and you see the little keys on their lapels, that means that they went through a process, a training process, and achieved these. And I wouldn't say it's monumentally difficult.
It was like a merit badge.
Well, more so it really is going out, getting more education, becoming better at what you do, and then coming back, and it's like getting a degree almost, because you can actually garner more in your salary.
Sure, if you have a certain
being a clé d'or.
Yeah.
Well, now these clé d'ors are getting clipped right and left because they
Don't need 'em.
They don't need them.
Yep.
Don't need them. And unfortunately, that is a very popular thing to do in Las Vegas for all things. They want to, and of course now we're seeing machine dealers. You walk up to a roulette video screen,
Sure.
and they got a hot chick spinning the wheel.
Yeah, rolls for you.
Yeah, I've seen them in craps. I've seen them in everything else. Vital Vegas, at Vital Vegas, was mentioning that in his Dirty Secrets article. I wanted to continue that. It's a very interesting subject, kind of scary, because I don't think we'll ever be rid of dealers, because there are certain parts of dealing that are very difficult. Craps is not an easy game until you learn it. And roulette, obviously, a lot of people don't believe in the randomization of these machines.
Especially the automated ones.
Yeah. But there are individuals that feel there is no such thing as random. There will be a pattern at some point, and that can be affected negatively or positively. But I don't know. Do you feel your industry
is headed towards automation?
Is headed towards not automation, but do you think there are companies coming in that no longer have the mindset of it's volume over quality?
Oh yeah, that's absolutely happening.
Yeah, they just put together 10 chicks and say,
you can
slap this shit on.
Yeah, you can download an app right now and have a $45 makeup artist come to your room. Absolutely, yes. Okay. Do I feel threatened by it? No. And that's because I know that Chanel's been around for how many decades, and it's still standing despite Walmart and Charlotte Russe and Target and all that other stuff.
Right.
So there's always going to be a place for sophistication and class and luxury, and that's where I fit in. So I'm not worried about being ousted.
I totally agree with you. I think it's been a little bit forgotten, right now.
Yes.
I think you and I and Adam and Sam and everybody will have to be the standard bearers for a reintroduction to all those wonderful words you just said.
I personally enjoy having a quality of existence. I enjoy the nicer things in life, even down to like things that, when it comes to having manners or understanding a concierge. And I think that's because I have grown up in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
I'm acclimated to a certain standard of service.
Sure.
And technology can't replace that.
So what you're saying is that you'll never see Amelia fanny pack.
I'm getting a fanny pack, and it's going to be bedazzled.
Out the sunroof of a limo, flashing and annihilated. I just love that word.
It's not going to happen.
She's annihilated.
Annihilated.
No, so you're getting too old for that.
I really am. I mean, I'm pushing, I'm literally staring into the face of middle age, and it makes me quiver.
You'll be fine. Age is only a number. It's how you feel every day. You gotta stay positive.
It's a feel big on the number. Inside, right, Sam?
Yeah.
Oh, said from a baby.
That was
a giant man baby.
Hey, I'm
that
older
was
too.
such a
living fortune
pre-packaged Facebook post that you
he's
just
a living
said.
fortune cookie right here.
You are a living fortune cookie, and you know what?
Deal with it.
No.
Do your homework, kids.
Well, I thank Amelia again for joining us on the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
I always love your opinions, and Sam and Adam, thank you.
You got it.
Thank you.
And thanks to everyone. Thanks to everyone listening and watching. You can catch the Pod Bay Door on the Podbean app or any of your favorite podcast apps, including iTunes, Google Play, TuneIn, and Stitcher Radio. You can watch the show on our YouTube channel, the Pod Bay Door Podcast. Please download, like, and subscribe. Our social connectivity screen is coming up. Check in with us on Facebook, Twitter, and WordPress. Pod Bay Door is closed, and talent is out.
Bye-bye.
Sweet.
Hey everybody, thank you very much for tuning into the show. We would love to hear your show suggestions and comments. If you're watching on our YouTube channel, please click to subscribe. You can also connect with us on Facebook using @PBD Podcast, on Twitter using @TPBD Podcast, and on WordPress at thepodbaydoor.wordpress.com.